Welcome to the Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast. This week's episode is sponsored by Patreon member Nick Warren, Alex's dark horse pick at this year's Kisco Klassic. I saw that he posted earlier today that he's looking for a space to use for 8 to 10 weeks to run a fundraising disc golf putting league, trying to raise money for the YMCA and Camp Siwacamano for the new course going in there. If anyone has connections to an affordable space, drop a comment. A space like White Eagle upstairs would work, preferably somewhere you can drink. It would draw about 20 plus people a week. Any connections would help. Does anybody here know where Camp Siwacamano is? I know he usually plays around Wilcox, so I assume it's in that region. Anybody?
No.
No? You're sure, Alex, you've never heard of Camp Siwacamano?
I feel like I would remember that name.
Okay.
Sounds like a fun name to say.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it 3 times, 100%. But no, it's Seewackamo. It's Siwacamano. YMCA, you only notice I only said that once. But all right, well, if anybody does know of any place, that would be cool. If we're lucky this week, we may have a chat with the back-to-back winner of the Kisco Classic, not named Kate Clay. Nobody? Okay, right. I thought that was funny. She's won back-to-back as well.
That narrows it down, yeah.
When I have to say it's funny, it's not so funny. I get it. We also got First Traxx to discuss, New York Team Challenge picks to make, and if time permits, we also want to name a player of the year in the MA2 division. To do that, we've got Alex, Evan, Tim, Corey, Jaimen, Jason, and Randy should be on in just a bit. I figure we could start with First Traxx. I have a question, Jaimen. Had you planned on going to First Traxx, or did the last minute snow affect your decision not to go?
No, I was not planning on going to First Traxx.
Okay, nice.
You son of a...
That's cool. Was this the worst weather for First Traxx?
I don't think so.
No. Well, I seem to remember one year where there was a lot of snow and it was drifty and it was windy and it was blowing in your face. Does that ring a bell or no?
Definitely played a lot of them like that. Couldn't put a number on the year, but the most common theme with First Traxx, though, is it's perfectly fine, and then the ice bowl is always really bad.
Okay. I think the ice bowl is the one where it was like 8 degrees for round 1 and then 0 degrees for round 2 one year.
Oh, there's been plenty of those, too. Yeah.
Okay. And that's in February, right?
Yes. Back in the singles days, I remember one time Jack Bradley showing up and just putting a box of ice cream on the picnic table. We used to do potlucks for that.
You know what? I vaguely remember that now that you mention it.
I remember 2 years, it was like 45 degrees out and nice.
That's fitting because, I mean, there has been some decent weather in January.
And no one's going to call you out on misremembering something, Tim.
Oh, I appreciate that.
That's true. That's true.
I don't think there was snow on the ground last year either. I think it was
Last
cold.
year was like the most mild winter. Like I think I said before, I don't think I shoveled a single tee pad for Team Challenge or anything at J Park last year.
Or you're just a really bad volunteer.
There could be a little bit of that.
Eric's not here tonight. He was his first round pick, but he wasn't the only one. Only 2 out of 6 of our first round picks showed up. Looks like Randy and Kyle Hirsch were the only 2 first round picks that made it out. One of our pickers didn't get 2 out of 5 picks. Does anybody want to take a guess who that might be?
Got to guess.
I know.
Who we got, Alex?
Me.
You had 2.
Did I have 2? Maybe I didn't see him, but I remember a good chunk of mine did not show up. So
No, no Tucker, no Harry, and no Dave Hudson, but Mike Thomas.
Oh, he was there. I remember Amber was there, but I forgot that Mike was there. That's what I missed.
Jaimen didn't pick himself, and the only pick that showed up for him was Jason.
Thanks. I did get an apology text during First Traxx from somebody who was like, "Oh, sorry." Like, you don't need to apologize.
Well, you didn't get 2 of your picks to show. One player did not pick one pro player at all. Does anybody want to guess who that might have been?
Has to be Eric.
Yeah. All his picks were in the AM division. To Alex's point, you needed that 5th round pick to have enough players to qualify.
Yeah.
And that
definitely.
was yourself. So that was good. And one player's 5th round pick was their best scoring player.
Me?
Does anybody have a Yep. Brian Bickersmith had the best score of all your picks. And he was your last minute, hey, are you playing?
Yeah.
Should we go over the picks first, or do we want to go over rounds first? I mean, we're kind of half in them. I pulled a couple notes.
I'd say picks, I guess. Yeah, we're already in it.
Okay. So as we said, Jaimen did not have a qualifying number. So we'll take a look at Eric since he's not here. 2 of his 5 players showed up. Joe Caron shot a 97 and Peter Fitzsisti shot a 99, or Peter Fitzgerald, depending on who you're thinking of. So he's got 196 points. That is our bar so far. Alex, yeah, you had it yourself and Mike Thomas. You shot a 94. Mike Thomas shot a 105. So you were at 199. So Eric's still in the lead. Corey, like I said before, Your 5th pick was your best pick. This was my question. As far as picks, is it the first 2 or the best 2 if you had 3?
The best
I
two.
would say best 2, yeah.
Okay. Well, if you went with the top 2, you had 190 points, which would still put you in the lead. But if you go with your best 2, you were at 184 points. So you currently have the lead.
What were my picks and what did they get?
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. You had Justin Michelli, yourself, and Brian Bickersmith. Justin shot a 97, you shot a 93, and Bickersmith had a 91. Tim also had 3 picks. The best 2 applies here as well, because if you went with your top 2, you had 187 points, which is 3 behind Corey. But your best 2, you had 177.
Whoa.
You had Kyle Hirsch with 88, Jay Gorsuch with 89, and Nick Cardone had a 99. So obviously you take the 88 and the 89. Tim currently in the lead with a 177. And I think that leaves just Randy. You picked yourself, Adam Nelson, and Caitlin Clay. At least that's who showed up.
Sounds like a pretty good lineup to me.
Yeah. Randy shot at 89, Adam Nelson with an 86, and Kate Clay with a 91. So his best and his top is the same 175. Beat Tim by 2 points.
That's tight.
You are the winner. Congratulations.
Thank you. I got really excited about that pretty much immediately after the round ended. I was like, oh, we did it.
You might have done pretty good even with Caitlin. She did pretty well as well.
Yeah, no, she was a great pick. I think she got 6th overall or tied for 6th overall. I don't know what her tag would have been, but yeah, great.
I didn't even check. I know she won the AM division.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think she got the 6th tag.
Score-wise, she
saw
was
that.
tied for 6th. Yep.
Yeah, she tied with Brian Bickersmith and Jacob Driscoll. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we mentioned it before. Alex won the picks for number. He picked 64, and there were 47 participants, so there was that. In the women's division, Amber Stout beat Kathleen Bemis by 2 strokes to win that. Eamon Foster and Jim Burns tied in the rec division. Tim, how was your round?
It was all right. I played with Brian Monahan, Joe Caron, and Eric Fuller, Eric Fuller just started playing disc golf, I guess, this year, moved to the area not too long ago, and it was his first time playing J Park and his first time playing winter golf. So he had an experience out there.
Way to jump right in.
And talk about a trial by fire.
Yeah, exactly. We are like, we get the whole 9. He's like, yeah, I've never played this course. In fact, I've never played with snow on the ground. And we're all like, oh, well, have fun. But yeah, it was a good round. We had a great time. I feel bad for the handsome Brian Monahan because he lost a bunch of discs out there. And I blame our inability to spot for him correctly. Halfway through the round, we went to the school of Danny White's education on how to spot correctly. Danny White, Jason Lasasso, I forget who else was on your card, but they were spotting for us a little bit because they were behind us. And Danny's like, you can't just stand there. When the disc hits the ground, go out there and pick it up and stand it upright so everybody knows right where it is. So after about 4 holes of needing help to find discs, we finally figured out how to do it right, and we figured it out all the way from there. So appreciate Danny White's expertise on that. But it was a good round. Had fun. I do think I was throwing the disc off the tee very well, but I fell into Corey's reason as to why I am an AM versus a pro. Whereas when I didn't end up in the fairway, I got very lazy and made stupid decisions and didn't think my way out of, like, what's the best shot for this? So that was one of the things I told myself I need to focus on, is not being lazy when I'm in a bad spot. So that's what I took out of First Traxx this year, is the tee shots were not bad, but every time I got off the fairway, I was being dumb and lazy. So, but it was fun. Had a good day. And Eric Fuller had an experience.
He played all 27?
Oh, yeah. He played all 27. He was in a great mood, had a great time. I mean, he never let any of his bad shots or tree hits or anything get him down. He was in a great mood the whole time.
Heck yeah. All right. Evan, you also played in the AM. How'd that go?
It was good. I had a really good card. There were 5 of us. Got to play with Terry Hudson, who is always just a joy to play with. Terry just brings such positive energy. He's really rooting for everybody on the card to do something cool.
Who's that? I don't recognize that name. Terry Hudson?
We don't know who that is. We don't recognize that name here on this podcast.
Actually, I know Terry a long time. We were on a bowling team years and years ago. So you guys might not really know Terry like I do, but he's a good dude. You should get to know him.
All right.
Also had Lenny on the card, which was awesome because at least 3 times I could not see where my disc was, and he was like, hey, you see that divot right there? I'm like, no, I don't. And he went over and it was right underneath the spot he was pointing to. So that was great. We also had Matt Beaver, who I'd never met with, and he was pretty cool. And then Patrick Jeffries, who you may recall was the other Pat from Tag 100 earlier this year. So this was his second time playing J Park ever. His first time was back in October for my 100th tag match. We had a great time, a lot of snow. I think all of us lost one disc over the course of the round. We had a pretty good system going for spotting. I don't know, I shot plus 16. Terry beat me by a stroke, came out with the number 24 tag, got a couple birdies.
But you beat Brandon Klein by a stroke.
Oh, that's a good point. I did do that. That was not too bad. And, for all you guys making picks of people who didn't show up, if you wanted a sure thing, the guy that played 118 tag matches last year, you could probably bet he'd be there. Although my 102, I don't know if that's going to win anybody any picks competition. So, but it was a good time. It was my fifth one, even though the conditions weren't great. I was excited to go. I look forward to it every year. And I had a good time.
Heck yeah. Back to the picks for a moment. If I had done what I normally do, which is go through and try and pick a better, I couldn't have, because the top 9 were all picked. So there was no way I was going to beat anybody, especially since Randy had 1 and 4 with his pick. You said you got the 24 tag. So you're done with tag rounds for the year now?
I did say that, actually. 24 is the best tag I've taken home from a First Traxx. And I did say jokingly that the plot twist would be I would play no more tag matches this year and just sit on the 24. Joey Harrington heard me say that and immediately offered me a challenge because he had number 40. So, of course, I accepted that. And we actually already played this past Saturday morning. And I held on to my number 24 and beat him. So I'm off and running.
Heck yeah. I actually had my worst First Traxx and ended up with my best tag at the end of a First Traxx. So it looks like when he did Disc Golf Scene, he put it in as a tag update. That's not fixable at this point, is it?
I asked about it on Facebook. Schwartz said there was issues when he was trying to put the scores in with ties, and it wanted to give people the wrong tags. So it was easier to just put them in as what tags people had, which I certainly can't disagree with that. And if I look at my own page, it shows that I have 2 rounds. I mean, one of them says update, but whatever.
Oh, it does show 2. Okay.
It says 2 rounds. Like, if you look at it, it's an update. There's no score, but I don't care. I mean, the fact that people are doing this and running the tag league for us, and
yeah, exactly.
It's fine. But I asked about it. It was just, I think, a logistical thing, and who cares?
Oh, absolutely. Caitlin Clay beat Patrick Jeffries by 4 strokes in the AM division, and Tim Martino came in third at a plus 10. Joe Karen at 11. Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast MA40 Player of the Year correspondent Joe Karen. Alex, how about your round? You played pro, right?
I did play pro.
How much of that was because you were going to play pro, and how much of it is because we did disc or no disc, and Evan said you were pro?
So the sort of thought was I would play AM all last year, and then, hopefully get my skills up to a point where I would feel pretty comfortable playing pro all the time. But for monthlies, I've been playing pro pretty consistently already.
One of the topics that we were discussing in the pavilion at some point, you got enough points for AM Worlds. That's in Buffalo this year, right?
Correct. Yeah.
When is that?
It is mid-August.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we got a lot of time still. Plus the low field, low player count, whatever you want to call it. Felt like it was a good opportunity to play pro. Yeah, it was a good time. I played with Pat, played with Devin and Tim. Good people, fun to play with. We started out on a hole 34, which is not that bad of a walk, which is always good. But, that's one of the ones where I'd really like to get a birdie. And having not thrown it all, because I didn't want to lose any discs in practice. Not exactly the easiest way to get a birdie on that one. But overall, felt pretty good. The snow was definitely terrorizing. It's so difficult to keep track of all of your discs. And a lot of the times I would just end up feeling, relatively helpless because I'm so laser focused on my disc and making sure I can find mine that as soon as anybody else needs help finding theirs, I'm like, I was so focused on mine. I've got nothing for you, unfortunately, which, that's one of the detriments of winter golf, but it's how it goes.
One of my problems with, especially in the snow like that, it's, okay, so I know it was near that tree, but I don't know if it's 50 feet past, 50 feet short. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a landmark, but I'm not exactly sure where it landed. So that I feel you on that.
I lost a disc on our last hole, which was hole 10. I threw a good shot out to the right. It went past the trees and faded. And I was like, cool, it'll be right there. We go out. Everybody else's disc is right there. We cannot find mine. Eventually give up on it and just played from where I thought it was. Fine. Later the night, I messaged Terry Hudson and said, hey, will you send me that selfie we took earlier? No problem. Sends me that. Also sends a video of me throwing a tee shot. I watched the video and I said, Terry, that's the hole I lost the disc on. You had it on video the whole time? He goes, oh, I didn't think about it. And we watched. Oh, yeah, it was further left than we were looking. Sorry, man. Like, so even when you got it on video, sometimes you're not going to find it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But it's rough. That's winter golf for you. But, other than one really bad hole on 29, the par 4 coming out of the woods there, I felt pretty good about how I played. A couple of stupid missed putts, a couple of bad double bogeys. But really, if I hadn't triple bogeyed 29, I would have been feeling good overall. It's always an experience playing First Traxx. It's less about how you play and more about, getting out there, getting somewhat active again after doing basically nothing for the previous 2 weeks over the holidays.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, had a good time. Good card.
I mean, +8.
Yeah, +8's a respectable score. I'm not upset with that. Tied for 9th in pro and tied with Brandon Medina, which seemed to be what I was doing all of last year. And Brandon had the better tag from last year, so he just barely got into top 10 for tags, and I have the 11, which is, a little bit frustrating, but Brandon's a nice guy. Can't be too upset with him.
Well, we might hear another story about a tiebreaker shortly. So, but +8, no, I mean, 27 holes. It's a bit of a marathon. The winner was even. And like you said, take that 29 out of there and it's a whole different kettle of fish.
Yeah. If I had played AM, I would have been like second or something like that. I can't be upset with playing pro and being middle of the pack.
Yeah, awesome. So moving up to top 10, Corey, how was your round?
Round was pretty meh. In the morning, I was actually playing phone tag with Greg Kurtz. I had no idea what he wanted to talk about, but by the time I finally got through to him, he wanted to basically say that, the tees were going to be the best part of the day. I think it was like in the low teens when we started, and I think it might have warmed up to the low 20s. So everyone was bundled up, hoping the tees were going to be good, and the Parkside tees were great. A couple spots where there was like some ice buildup in like the front corner or the back corner, but the Woodside tee, I think we probably got like a dusting or like maybe an inch of snow overnight, and it just made them greasy to where even if you were trying to like swipe it off with foot, it almost kind of made it worse. Our card did not have a broom or a shovel with us. I think we might have been the second card to start in the park and then go into the woods. I'm not sure how many cards actually started out there, but it's funny that Adam, that the winner threw an even, because we were kind of joking that like even might actually win it that day. But yeah, I played with Brian Picker-Smith, Mike Thomas, and Joseph Riley, who I've never met before, I don't think, but I'm pretty sure we've mentioned his name a few times.
He's a good putter, from what I recall.
Yeah, he had some really good putts. Unfortunately, a lot of us were having troubles getting off the tee, including myself. After 27 holes, I only got one birdie, and that took me parking hole 33. Just really couldn't get into the circle to like have good chances for putts. 3 or 4 holes in, we're on hole 18, Swamp Thing, the Kenji turtleneck hole. And we always joke whenever we're playing Team Challenge, and they got to point out like, oh yeah, the swamp is OB, no one ever gets to it, blah, blah, blah. And my shot on 18, it was turning, it clipped the right side of a tree, and then it just got clean from there. And I thought maybe it'd be on the edge, it'd be fine, but it wasn't. It was actually like 40 feet out on the ice. So by the time I saw it out there, I'm like, well, can't really walk across this. Maybe I can get a stick. Try to find the biggest stick I can find. It's not even halfway there. I knew the old guys were behind us, including Evan Parsley. And I'm like, oh, one of these guys is definitely going to have a retriever. I run back to them. Evan, sure enough, has a retriever. He's got the classic retractable stick with the sticky ball at the end. I go back out to where my disc is, and the sticky ball is absolutely useless. It's not sticking to the disc at all. And I can't even drag the disc on the ice with the ball because, I don't know, it was stuck on a blade of grass or something. I even resorted to, looking back on it, I had more than this option, but I even resorted to try licking the ball to try to get it wet.
This is the first that I'm hearing that.
Oh, really?
He licked your ball, Evan.
Yeah, I did. I licked the shit out of it.
I'm going to let that sink in for a second.
It didn't really work. And then someone asked me, why don't you just spit on it? Which I could have been spitting on your ball, Evan. But
what about licking your fingers and then doing it,
I was rushing at this point. It was already a few minutes into this process.
I mean, it was cold out there, so I think, my ball can be forgiven.
So it wasn't working, and I really wanted that.
It happens to lots of guys, is what I'm saying.
Shrinkage.
Exactly. I was in the pool.
So I decided that if I'm going to get that disc, and I didn't trust the ice, there was no way I was going to walk on it. So I did the classic, got on my belly, and I basically swam, belly crawled out to the ice, hoping that it would sustain my weight, because I had no idea how thick it was and no idea how deep the water was below it. But I know if I went through that, I was definitely DNFing right then and there. Anyways, got my disc, crawled back to the shore, and moved on.
Wait, so what hole was this?
Hole 18, swamp, the one with the swamp on the right, second one in the woods. woods.
Whoa. Because I threw mine in the water on, is it 9?
Yeah.
That thing was raging. So I didn't even consider that anything would still be frozen, but I guess one's moving, the other one's not. But
Yeah, that swamp, especially in the
crazy.
winter, the water gets low. So, like,
Yeah, and we had Devin throw a disc that ended up on the ice over there too.
did he get it?
Yes, his was like sort of in the little pond thing.
Oh,
It wasn't significant water. It wasn't the full giant pond. It was only like 20 feet across, but it was
Yeah, I
covered
was
in
out
ice. And yeah,
but yeah, it's funny that Evan mentioned that story with Terry because I forgot about it. But on hole 23, the hole before Nick and Shirley's Tree Love, which is the bell hole, Brian Biggersmith threw what looked like a perfect shot. Maybe he'd have a 20-footer, 25-footer, just short of the basket. And we all struggled the rest of the card. So by the time we got up to where his disc should have been, we couldn't find it. But then come to find out, Mike Thomas actually filmed Brian throwing that shot. So they reviewed the tape and they're like, oh, it should be right here. Isn't it literally right next to where they're watching the video? Like they're standing on the green looking at this video and they're like, oh, it should be right here. They look down, it's right next to that. Yeah, we move on to hole 24. And up to this point, we didn't really have any problem looking for discs. My second shot, a little layup to get to the basket, it was probably like an 80-foot layup. And I thought I put it within 10 feet, 10, 15 feet. We get down there, can't find it. We've even like scraped up most of the green trying to look for it, can't find it. I think it was already kind of alluded to, but there was lost disc rule was basically no penalty, throw from wherever the card agrees you think the whereabouts is. And I thought I was like 12, 15 feet, certainly not a putt that I thought I'd have to like even slightly stress about. And basically the spot I was given was like a 30-footer. And I'm like, all right. So of course I have to make this 30-footer to save par, and it did not work out. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it was a cold day. Out in the park side, it was pretty windy, so everyone was layered up. I think I had one layer on too many. I was warm, but I think it kind of really hindered some of my shots. The entire card only got 5 birdies. Joe Riley got the most birdies with 2 of them. I had 1 birdie and like 8 bogeys, finished with a 7 over, and Brian kept it a little bit cleaner, throwing a 5 over with 1 birdie.
nice. Evan, how old are you?
44.
Okay, and Corey, you're 34?
Yeah.
Okay. I knew Evan was in his 40s. I thought he was closer to 40. And I was just going to say that you can't call him old if he's less than a decade older than you.
You're right. Older. I'm sorry.
But he's at a decade, so you can call him old.
Now listen, he came back. I had the retriever, and I did have a towel on my belt. So
Oh, damn it.
guilty as charged.
I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure I've seen a towel clipped to Evan's belt before. He's definitely old.
You know, I used that towel more than twice to stand on and get some good footing. So, maybe not a bad idea.
I have literally stopped putting towels around my belt loop because you guys make fun of that as an old person.
Hell no, I lean into it. That's me. You can find me out there, MA40.
I did see Terry Hudson eat shit, though. I mean, it was kind of sketchy out there walking around, even just meandering through the course. But I only saw one person eat shit, and it was Terry Hudson.
Now, what's worse, eating shit or licking ball? So, it's debatable.
I think I'd take the ball. But he did it so gracefully, it almost kind of looked like Chad Larson-esque. But he was on hole 34, and I'm on hole 2. I watched him, throw a drive and slip, and I already knew exactly what he did because I had just played that hole 3 holes ago. And there's a little patch of ice in the front left that if you use the full tee pad, you're definitely going to plant there. And he just as soon as he started to slip, he just rolled right into it, rolled over his shoulder, got into a praying mantis stance, and just watched his disc fly for what seemed like forever. But I would say good save, Terry Hudson.
Yeah, it was a good fall.
Okay. So you finished in 8th place with a +7. You mentioned Brian shot a little bit. He tied for 6th with Jacob Driscoll. They shot +5. Moving up the board. So Randy, what about your round?
Mine was good. Started off on hole 1, which I feel like I always end on hole 1 at the jammer, and I'm always burnt out and it gets me. But I actually threw a really nice tee shot on 1. Still too far for a birdie putt, but whatever. But, just started off feeling good with no warm up whatsoever. It was real cold and just, got moving quick. Played pretty well, made a lot of putts. I think I've discovered this the past 2 times I've played J Park 27, but 27 holes is just too many holes in one round for me where I need to take a potty break at some point. So right near the end, I think I was tied or 1 stroke off the lead at this point, and we were out on hole 31. I had a nice birdie putt. I was just struggling a little mentally at that point. Got a really solid band hit. It came back to an 8-footer, and then I missed the 8-footer because I was just, rushing or whatever. But then after that, I got to run over to the porta potty and take care of business, and then kind of finished out the round okay. Nothing too crazy that round. I didn't lose any discs, which was pretty big highlight. I think everybody on my card lost at least one. But yeah, it was just a solid day. I'm really just happy with my game lately, and it was nice playing with Adam. We were kind of battling the whole time, which I think helped both of us play better.
Heck yeah, being able to throw up that many birdies in a round on a day like that where it was just rough.
Yeah, sometimes they were surprises almost. I had a lot of bad tee shots that day, and I think I scrambled well, which is why my score was pretty good. Because yeah, a lot of really mediocre tee shots with no chance at birdie. So getting a good amount of birdies felt great.
There's a lot of blue in this top 10, but there's also like almost everybody's got an orange, which is a double bogey.
Yeah. My double bogey was silly, but it's hole 18, which is probably the most bogeyed hole on the course. My bogey putt was totally makeable, but it was on the slope right in front of the big rock, which is only like 15 feet. But I just like could not stand still to save my life, and just at some point decided to putt it, and it was bad.
Heck yeah. Adam shot even, and he had 2 double.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. And I mean, you shot +3 and had 1. I do notice it looks like Kyle and maybe Brian Bickersmith I see don't have.
Mm-hmm.
Those look like might be the only ones in the top 10 that don't have. Danny White.
Yeah, the next one's Danny White, but he shot +9, so he was just spreading it out a little differently, I guess.
But that's impressive, because on a day like this with this type of weather and this type of, you're bound to have some troubles, and it's impressive that it's not surprising that I see a couple of the orange, but the blue, that blue boggles my mind. So what tag did you end up with?
I got the 4 tag, which is definitely my highest starting tag of the year. I've gotten, I think, 5 and 6, but yeah, 4, big one for me.
And you tied with Jay Gorsage, so that means you had a better tag going in?
Yep. Yeah, that's how that works.
Nice.
It was just funny. Everybody kind of started off with some bogeys in mind. And I think Muccelli said something like, all right, now it's Randy's turn to bogey. And I just got 2 birdies in a row after he said that. So that felt really good. I did then bogey like 2 holes later, but hey, everybody did it that day.
What about your round, Jason?
My round was good. Got to play with Danny White, Brandon Medina, and Jason Gorsage. The conditions were pretty rough with all the gusty wind and the very cold temps, but it wasn't snowing, so that was good. All things considered. We did have Danny White, so we did not lose any discs on our card, which was great. I think a couple holes we had to look for a little bit, but everything was found. We also were the card carrying the broom, which on the park side was pretty easy, and then on the wood side, I mean, there was like some packed down snow already on the tees. It was really tough to get off, but all things considered, I felt like I played pretty well. I had a few really bad yanks off the tee that put me in some precarious spots where I double bogeyed, but despite those rough holes, I got enough birdies to bring me back to 2 over. So happy with that.
Heck yeah. Yeah, you struggled on the same hole Alex did. Looks like 29.
29, right off the tee, wasn't feeling confident in my grip. I was really concerned about releasing a little early and hitting the tree and kicking left, because that's just like a death sentence if you kick early left. So I overcompensated and threw it right, and I hit the tree on the right, like the first rebel, and it kicked even farther right. And I was like almost on the new holes for
hole 5.
Yeah, I was like so far right. I've never been that far before. And then there was like trees down in my way.
Did anyone ask if you knew you were playing J27, not J South?
I mean, the thing is, it was so early. I don't even know if I like threw it far enough to get to hole 5. I was like barely off the tee, so I was in no man's land. So I took a couple strokes just to get on the fairway, and then I think I saved the double bogey on that hole. But that's a tough hole. There was a couple other ones. I had some miraculous scrambles. Some places like were really rough, and especially with the snow, and was able to like really scramble and get up and down for par on a bunch of holes. It felt good. And, it's always a pleasure playing with Danny and Jason and Brendan. So it was a fun time.
So you tied for second with Kyle Hirsch at +2. Did you break a tie? How did that work?
He came up to me and asked to play off, and I told him I was too old and tired to do that. So I didn't realize when I said that he came in with the 1 tag and I came in with the 2 tag, which means he left with the 2 tag and I left with 3 tag. But I still was probably too tired to play off, so it's fine.
So Jason, you tied with Kyle at +2, tied for second, and Adam Nelson with an even par.
Yeah, 7 birdies with a turkey is unimaginable for a lot of people that day.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. If a few of us were going to go out and play a casual round, I think it would have been fine. But when you get 40 plus people out on that course, it was crunchy and hard, but you get a bunch of people start looking for discs and they make it into powder, you know? In some spots, it was pretty rough to find stuff. Plus, there's a lot of rocks there and you don't know, if you're stepping on snow, if you're stepping on rocks. It could be a rough day.
Definitely got to shout out Kat Bemis and Mike Schwartz for running the registration and just sitting there in the cold and collecting money and writing names down and all that good stuff. So
Didn't I see Kenji there too?
he might have been. I'm going to be honest. I was moving around a lot. Yeah. Shout out Kenji, Jeff Wachowski.
Yeah, they might have had a rotation.
Shout out to the fire.
Oh, yeah. And Jay Gorsage for putting it out properly.
Yep. He brought the fire pit and Jason Lasasso brought the firewood.
I saw him cutting logs after the round, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I was like, hey, Arthur Morgan. Read that? Never mind. Oh, Corey, you could talk about nerdy computer video games, but I can't. Okay, no.
I'm going to be honest. I think I played Red Dead Redemption 1. Never really finished it. Never played the second one. But once you said Red Dead, I remembered.
So, yeah, Adam Nelson is your winner for the DisCap First Traxx first monthly of the year. Do we know where the February monthly is and when or anything yet?
I don't know that I've seen or heard anything.
Okay. Before we get to Kisco, couple events. DisCap presents the 20th annual J Park Ice Bowl driven by Innova is Sunday, February 15th, 2026. It's almost full. Last I checked, it had room for 4 teams. And Dan Doyle's doing an Oasis Ice Bowl on January 17th at the Fence Road Farm Brewery. The charity is the Warwick Ecumenical Food Pantry. $10 of each entry goes to the charity. Registration 8 to 9 o'clock. Tee off at 9:30. Sign up and pay day of. $40 for A pool, 30 for B pool, and 25 for C. We'll play just one mulligan round that will include a mix of long and short holes with one mulligan allowed per hole for every player. Please bring prizes for its CTB after the round. So the Kisco Classic 2026 C tier at Mount Kisco, New York. Tournament director Chris Jardin had a couple people helping. I know Eric Bowers, but he ended up playing because a couple people dropped last minute. Had 69 total players.
Nice.
Jaimen, what is it about Leonard Park for you, Mount Kisco? Because you've won 3 of the last 4, but you didn't even play in the one that you didn't win. So what's the deal with that course?
I guess it just really suits my game. I'm not affected by the weather as much as a lot of other people, it seems.
How far is that for you? I know you guys stayed at a hotel, right?
Yep, but it's almost 3 hours.
Oh, goodness. How far was the hotel?
20 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know if there was some kind of hidden insight or something, because I went back through basically your disc golf career. When you were there, you play well. Even in your early years, you were in the top half. And one of the times, definitely you were on the podium. I'm pretty sure 2nd or 3rd. So I didn't know if there was some kind of magic pill or... Is it the history of the course?
No, it's probably tournament round wise one of the courses I've played the most in tournaments. I've been playing it, since I started. It was like the 3rd, maybe 4th tournament I ever played, and I really only missed it once or twice. I only play it those rounds right before the tournament and the tournament, but I know that course inside and out. I know where good places to be are. I'm always learning new tricks on it, and it's just like I really feel like I get the idea behind the course. So my game plan's really solid going into it. I don't know. I know how to mitigate the danger of the course pretty well.
What's your favorite hole?
That's a really good question. 1's a really great hole. I think 7's probably my favorite hole, and did not show it this year. I bogeyed it both times, but 7 is a super great hole. I think 13's awesome, but yeah, 1, 7, or 13, I guess.
What is it about 1? Because that one for me is just a little bit too long.
I think it's just because it's so tricky to get to the basket. One of the insights I had this year playing it, and a little bit last year, I feel like I've just learned a lot of stuff on that hole. I remember a few years ago, just like standing there with Tim Giardini after the tournament, and just standing on the 2 front corners of the tee pad and going, holy shit, like if you stand 5 feet to the left, it's a totally different hole than if you're standing 5 feet to the right. Still on the same tee pad, but like you can really change how you approach a hole and the lines that you're throwing just based on where you're throwing from on the tee pad. And that hole does a really good job of exemplifying that. And then my big realization this year for that hole was you don't have to go to the right. I think everybody tries to flip something up and turn it over and go to the right and try to like land right at the basket. But if you throw something straight that hyzers out on a right hand backhand, you can end up 15, 20 feet away from the basket, even though it looks a lot farther away from the tee pad. So I like holes like that where what you need to do doesn't match the shape of the fairway necessarily. And those kind of holes really allow for a lot of growth in players, I think.
What about your rounds?
I went into that tournament thinking there's no way in hell I could win it. So I think that really helped. A couple days before the tournament, Muccelli posted in the Disc Captains chat that Wyatt Mahoney was coming, which means that nobody else is going to win except for Wyatt. He's a 1027 rated phenom or something like that. And he's a really solid player, really good at putting, which is what you need at Kisco. I was just like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to go down there and have as much fun as I can. So that first round, I wasn't really worried about anything. I wasn't looking at the scores. I was assuming, okay, I'm doing all right, but Wyatt's probably 13 under by now, so it doesn't matter. Throughout the round, I got birdies here and there. My putting was really keeping me scoring. For the first 12 or 13 holes, I don't think I had a single putt that was inside of the circle. Everything that I was making was outside of the circle because I couldn't put myself in it. I just kind of kept trucking, and then at the end of the round, I asked one of the guys that we were playing with what the scores looked like, and he told me what the lead card looked like, and I was very surprised.
I played with Danny White, so he was keeping an eye on the scores because of Ethan. And he was like, oh, Jaimen's doing pretty good. I was like, okay, note to self, don't talk to Jaimen the rest of the day. And then the first time I see Jaimen, I'm like, hey, Jaimen, you got a mini I can borrow? I just thought that was funny. I thought your response was even funnier. What were you using, a coffee lid?
No, I had a coffee lid in case I needed it.
Nice.
I had realized I don't have a mini. I checked it in the first couple of holes. I told Corey, and he said because he wasn't wearing his famous mini hat, he only had one as well. So, but I just all right, I'm going to go with it. If I'm playing a casual round, I don't mark anything with a mini anyways. And since everything at Kisco is really a one-shot hole, except for hole 9, I'm not reusing the same disc 2 times very much, or ever, as it turned out. So I just kept it rolling. And yeah, so I drank a cup of coffee in the morning and had the coffee lid in my bag in case I needed a mini, but never came to be.
It's funny you mentioned the hat because you guys played together in the first round, right?
Yep.
I was on 16, and so that means you guys were on 13. And I think Corey waved at me, and I'm like, who is that? Because he had the gator, the face fully covered and this and that. And I'm like, is that? I wonder if that's Corey. And then I looked at his head, and I'm like, nope, I don't see the hat. I don't see a mini sticking out of his head. But then he did pull his face down, and I was like, oh, okay, that is Corey. Just to point out, Jaimen did see the shot of the day, my shot on 16.
It was super good.
My one birdie, I birdied hole 16 with a forehand, but that's enough about me. So round 1, you were up, if I'm looking at it correctly, you shot 10-14 so far, before any adjustments or whatever, but you're up 6 strokes. Is that correct? It looks, 5 strokes.
Yeah. When I ran into you, Danny had said, oh, Ethan's doing pretty good. It looks like you're doing well too. I just assumed that, we were all, doing decent. Yeah. So I was up by 5, very surprised. And then we went and got lunch, and I've dug a mini out of my car.
And at a course like that, 5 strokes, especially a course that you're comfortable at, that's got to feel pretty good.
It felt good. I definitely was, still with the mindset all right, now Wyatt's going to shoot 13 this round and just run away with it. So I was, until halfway through the second round, I was still just pretty sure that I was going to get taken at some point.
Comparing it to J Park, as far as it was covered in snow, but it wasn't deep. They used rock salt on the tee pads. Is that something, as a course designer type guy, does that worry you?
It's not the best. It kind of is what it is. In that situation, I would have done the same thing. The concerning part for me was rock salt is kind of little tiny ball bearings. When my practice round on Friday, I was slipping a lot because of it, over rotating. So I spent a lot of time on Friday and Saturday, clearing off where my plant was going to be, so I wasn't about to slip on it or over rotate.
So what about your second round?
Second round was pretty solid. A little bit worse than the first round. I took the classic double bogey on hole 11. Had a drive that just kind of kicked off to the left-hand side. Didn't go all the way down the hill, but certainly was in trouble. Tried to pitch up, and my disc just got caught up in a branch, fell down, and just did that, perfect dramatic 50-50. It could go either direction, landed on its back, and then slid 50 feet down the hill in another direction. Pitched up, tapped in my double bogey and kept moving. But it was fun. Got to play with Ethan, which is always great. That's something that I have to get used to, being chased by Ethan, or probably what's more likely to happen is me chasing Ethan for the rest of my life. But good cards both rounds. Playing with Corey the first round is always fun. And then I met a couple of the New York City guys too. Ben and Liam, super nice guys.
Yeah, I played with Ben at a 2-town turkey trot at FDR. Yeah, it looks like Kyle had the hot round in round 2. He matched your 49, although it was, I guess, scored harsher. You got a 10-14, he got a 10-08.
Yeah, well, I'm interested to see what happens with those. I looked at last year's tournament, and last year I won the tournament 9 under, and it was like rated like 10-10 across the day. And this year I won it 10 under, and it was rated like 10-01. So we'll see what happens with all that next week when it becomes official. It was a lot of fun. I love coming down to Kisco. A lot of big trees. That's like my favorite part about that course.
Well, congratulations. Back to back, 3 out of 4. Heck yeah. And it was Team Challenge that kept you from the, what was it, 2024?
Yep. Some
blame the
dummy
captains.
scheduled the match. I know. Yep. That was me.
All right. Corey, what about your round? Now, you typically do not play well at Kisco.
Oh, I'm
Is that
glad you're
correct?
saying it, not me, Pat.
Only because you've said it in the past. I mean, you're usually at or above par. How was this year?
Yeah, I think I usually start the season off slow, and it just so happens that Kisco is the first event of the season.
And it's cold as fuck, and it's snowy as fuck, and
Yeah.
it's not the greatest, conditions. But yeah, I get you.
Always forget that it starts early, and I'm super glad that we decided to come out the night before. I worked a half day. Me and Kyle went down there for a practice round on Friday. We got down there like 2:30, so I had just enough time to get like one full round in with, extra shots being thrown and look for disc. Until we get to hole 18, and it's about 4:15, and the sun's going down, and I threw like 5 shots. 3 of them ended up like left of the basket, and ended up not being able to find one of them, like my go-to Wraith. So kind of gave up on that. Yeah, met up with Jaimen, hung out in Marcia, got some nice local tacos at the place next door, and then just kind of had a chill night, rest of the night.
Jaimen and Corey, did you guys practice 16B or did you play 17 in your practice round?
16B.
Yep. I actually lost a disc over there. So if anybody finds an orange destroyer off on the left-hand side, I will give you $20. I like that disc.
Tim, did you play practice round?
No, I didn't get down there until that morning. So I'd never played 16B or like 5 or 6 of those holes, I realized.
Okay. Well, I didn't know the timeline for when it was discussed. I figured Jaimen and Corey have played it enough that if there's snow on 17, you're probably not going to play it. And I didn't know if it was announced officially, so I was just checking.
Yeah, they mentioned, so I was kind of happy about that. But yeah, round 1, it was just, it was cold in the morning, so I literally brought the same exact get up that I had for First Traxx. I knew that it worked, so I was nice and warm all round, but it was just another slow start. I was having trouble getting up the fairway. I think overall, I would say I got lucky on the day. There's a couple times I had some unfortunate results, but half of my birdies round 1, I only got 4 birdies. 2 of them were like 60-foot throw-ins, basically, where like they barely made it in the basket. I basically thought, midway through the throw that, they was going to be not in the basket. So I had a 940 rated round, which was the same thing that happened last year. And then round 2, I shot way worse. Last year, a 900 rated round. So I'm like, great, it's going to be another classic Kisco for me. So yeah, whatever. Had a light lunch, had a nice warm coffee.
Did you bring lunch or did you go someplace?
Did not bring lunch. Actually, it was kind of funny. The hotel we stayed at had continental breakfast, but it didn't even start till 7. And we were trying to leave the hotel by like just before 7. It actually was open, but I grabbed 2 Chobani yogurts and an apple that I think is actually still in my bag. Not the yogurt, the apple. But for lunch, yeah, me, Kyle, and Jaimen went across the street to the little bagel place. Had a bagel and cream cheese and a coffee. Nothing too heavy. So round 1, I played with Nick Warren, Jaimen, and Liam Gislason. First time meeting him. Fun card. So actually, I was going to be on chase card, but I ended up bogeying my last hole to bump me down to third card, +1 round 1. So round 2, I had the pleasure of playing with Liam again. I got to play with Antonio Albert, and I got to play with David Koch. So another great card. To be honest, I could play with anybody in the pro field. It would have been a good card. But it had warmed up a little bit, and after about 2 holes, I decided that like the jacket I was wearing as my outer layer, like I didn't need it. And I assumed that was what was kind of holding me back on like my putts and my forehand. Just like wasn't getting, I feel like it was too restrictive. And even if it meant I was going to be a little chillier, I think it was probably worth it. So luckily it warmed up, and so did my throws after taking that jacket off. My putting was feeling good, a lot better than round 1. I didn't really have any great drives where I was like basically parked for birdie, but I was giving myself more chances to actually make a putt. The biggest bummer round 2 was like my only bogey was on freaking Pinball Alley, hole 12. But I kept it pretty clean. I started on hole 3 both rounds. So by the time we get back to hole 18, David Koch had a birdie putt, and he's about 15 feet left of the basket. And I was literally just talking about how like, oh yeah, I lost my disc on the last practice hole we did the previous day. And he goes to like, I don't know if he was like setting up a straddle putt. He like either stepped on my disc or like looked down and it was right there in the snow. The disc I lost the day before. He's like, oh, is this your disc? And he pulls out my ice covered Wraith. I'm like, oh no shit. Literally like the third to last hole of the entire weekend we're about to play, he finds the disc that I lost on the last throw of the previous day, and just kind of finished out the round with a couple more pars. So I was glad that I did not have a repeat of the previous Kisco. I was a little bummed that on 18 and on two of my last 3 holes, I had birdie putts and I missed both of them. So initially my round was rated 999 and then I think it dropped to 998. However, I don't know if you noticed this, Jaimen, there's like a discrepancy in the ratings. You look at like the live results versus the actual event page.
I was wondering about that because I thought mine was a 10-15 and I saw a 10-14. Wait a second, I need every point I can get.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm going to be happy either way, but it'd be a lot cooler if I could say I started off a season with 1,001 rated round and not a 998. Although I don't know how Jaimen feels about his 1,000 rated rounds. My second round didn't really feel like I was playing 1,000 rated, but just not getting those bogeys and staying pretty clean definitely helped out.
Evan, we know what they're talking about, right? When we're like, oh man, we should have had that 1,000 rated round, right?
Yeah, that's super relatable feeling.
100%.
Great weekend. Loved hanging out with the homies and Kyle, Jaimen, Marcia. Yeah, another great Kisco event. I was glad it wasn't as windy, but the cold kind of made up for it. And I can't wait to procrastinate signing up for the next year.
Some notable in the MPO. Nick Warren shot even par. Nick Terralavoro -2. That Ben Dollar Malberg, since I played with him, he shot -2. Antonio Albert also at 2. They all tied for 6th. Wyatt Mahoney and Corey Cook tied for 4th place, -4s. Ethan Hatters at -5. Kyle Hirsch at -6. And Jamin Hume -10. As I mentioned in the intro, Caitlin Clay won the FPO division. Got Kat Bemis, who came in 2nd, and Megan Mercier came in 3rd. Silvio Sanchez won the MP40 division. Greg Wintrub. Does anybody know Greg Wintrub? He's from
I've heard the name a lot. I was going to say, I think he's a Connecticut guy.
My money would have been on Scott Howard, but he came in 2nd at -2. Rob Bennett and Eric Dieneman, the guy I played with him in round 1, but the guy I was telling you about at the Two-Town Turkey Trot, Brian Heller played just bad enough. Like on the last hole, he got stuck on the chase card for MP50, and he was telling me, he's like, I've never seen that guy without boat shoes on. This is the first time I've seen him without boat shoes on. So, real quick on my score, I dropped out, but I played 5 holes in the second round. Shouldn't my first round rating be on here, like my score and everything?
Is it not?
It shows round 1 999. And round 2 is my tee-off time. I mean, I played the full first round, and I submitted the scores and everything. I figured the second round would be the 999, 88, whatever they wanted to put. I don't really give a fuck about the rating.
That is interesting. Yeah. I feel like that should not be the case. Maybe it'll clear itself up when the...
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not that worried about it. Over in the AMs, we got mixed amateur 1, John Tamburino, shot a -5 to win there, beat Michael Smith.
I did have a brief conversation with Chris this year. I feel like I kind of called him Fancy Pants one time, and then it's just like it's been going off since then. So I had to make sure that he was fine with that. And he said, "I'm actually more than fine with that. I'm more bummed that you guys didn't pick me at all." And I said, "I'm sorry. I'll think about him next time."
Teresa Bogan won the FA1 division. Tim, had you played this course before? Played MA40?
Yeah, I played one round at Kisco 3 years ago for like a birthday trip. I went down and played FDR in Kisco, but I played the longs for some reason. Okay. And so I got there and realized there was, 5 or 6 holes that I had never, they were shorter, but maybe a little bit different line, or didn't remember where the pin was. So I'd never played that layout before, and I've never played 16B. So
yeah. That's a tricky one too.
I like that hole. I think that was one of the best holes.
Do you throw forehand?
No, I do not.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. How was your day?
It was good. I thought about getting a hotel the night before and just going down at telling my wife I was going to leave at like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock.
Dude, we could have raided the pool. We could have knocked those kids out of the way.
Yeah, well, one story I didn't tell about First Traxx is apparently my youngest child, who you usually hear screaming in the background while I'm talking, decided to eat 24 multivitamins while I was at First Traxx.
They are called multivitamins.
Yeah, kids,
Are they gummies?
Yeah, the gummies.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I was thinking about it when you told me. I was like, "There's no way he swallowed 24."
No, he chewed. He thought they were candy, so he ate 24 of them. Yeah. So my wife had to call poison control while I was on hole 25 to find out that everything was fine, and he was just going to pee neon colors for a day or two.
Which I'm sure won't stop him from doing it again, by the way.
No, not at all.
I mean, because he's like, hey, cool, look at this.
Yeah.
At least it's that kind of gummies.
Right, for real. It could have been a lot worse, So I was going to ask my wife, I'm like, hey, do you mind if after we have dinner, if I just leave tonight so I don't have to drive at 4 o'clock in the morning? But after he did that, I figured I wasn't even going to ask. So I got up at 4:45, was on the road by 5:05, and at like 6:40, I kind of was thinking, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? But I got there around 7:35, 7:40, got dressed, ready to go, through one practice shot and putted a little bit. And while I was putting, John Tamburino came up to me and was talking to me. He's like, you must be Tim. And he said he's an avid listener, so I want to just give him a shout out that he listens a lot. So that was pretty cool that he just walked up and picked me out because I had a Lemonheads hoodie on, and he said so. That
was it because you were really tall?
I don't know what triggered it, but after he's like, I saw the Lemonhead hoodie and I figured you had to be him. I'm like, all right, cool. That's interesting. I started on hole 11. I played with William Bogan, I think is how, I don't know if you say that, or Bogan.
That's how I would say it. Yeah.
Bogan. All right, cool. I played with him. I played with Mike Elsmore and Joe Pajonas, who I played Mindkill with the second round. So obviously a great card. They were all great guys, had a great time. Like we were just chilling and vibing the whole round. I was able to get a par on hole 11 to start with only throwing one warm-up shot. So I was really happy about that. Honestly, I felt great. My tee shots were fantastic. Like I said about First Traxx, my biggest goal was just to focus on when I got in trouble is not being lazy. And I think there was one bogey I took that was because it was a bad upshot. Everything else was just my putting was just terrible. I could not putt to save my life. And if I did have a good putt, it spit out the backside of the basket. So the first round, I probably should have been one down if my putting was good. But on hole 1, like Jaimen was saying, he learned something new, and him and Corey were teeing off on hole 10, and he kind of came down and gave me some points of wisdom, asked me what I was thinking about doing. He's like, don't worry about throwing something flippy. Just throw it straight and let it fade. And I did that, and I had a beautiful 22-foot putt that I freaking caged. But the advice worked out perfectly, and I changed my disc selection. I threw a great shot, so that was nice to do. But yeah, round 1 felt good. I mean, minus my putting, the throwing was good. I had a great card. It was a fun course.
And you're only down 3.
Yeah. I mean, I had to compete with the bagger, Ross O'Toole, who moved up to MA40. I guess up. We had that whole conversation if it was moving up or...
That's something we should definitely discuss in the future. Is MA2 to MA40? Is that moving up, or is that
lateral? Or
I think that's a lateral move.
I think it's like a step up.
I mean, it's a different pool of people.
It's
I don't know. I don't want to get into it.
It's a New York thing. You can't count on him no more for it. It's a protect the trait. You can't be ageist. But now he's MA40. Now he's locked in now.
Well, yeah. So of course, after the round ended, I had to call him a bagger that he came in shooting even after the first round. And he told me, you can't call me that because I'm going to end up losing. And I said, we'll see about that. But then I was totally exhausted. So I went and ordered coffee and went and picked it up. And Kisco is pretty crazy with their parking, like attendants are out there like in full force.
How do you mean?
They have like meter parking all up and down like the city. And I parked, ran in, grabbed the coffee, and the guy was in the car in front of me writing a ticket. And as I was pulling away, I'm like, man, I was in there for like not even a minute and I was about to get a ticket.
You didn't put money in the meter?
Oh no, I parked right in front of the store and ran in. I was like, I can do this. And I got out. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. So yeah.
Oh, good.
Almost got a ticket for a coffee, which would have been ridiculous.
I've never parked on the street there, so I had no idea.
And as I was driving down, there were like 2 more people that had the little jackets on that were walking up. Apparently Saturday's a busy day for them.
Yeah, they're looking for scoundrels like you.
Yeah, for real. So before round 2 started, I was putting on hole 10 with Mike Elsmore, and we were just talking and putting. He goes, heads up, and a disc comes flying. We're probably 11 feet apart, 12 feet apart with the basket between us. And a disc comes flying between the two of us and misses acing hole 10 by 1.5 feet low. It goes right underneath the basket. And I turn around and somebody's like, sorry, didn't see you. And we're like, and Mike's like, no big deal, whatever. So we go to our tee on 11 because we're starting on 11 again. And Ethan comes around the corner and I'm like, oh, that was you throwing? He's like, yeah, my bad. I didn't see you. And I'm like, you almost aced it. He's like, yeah, I've been throwing pretty good today. And then he just kept throwing and moved on down 11. Yeah, almost took off my leg there with a disc. That would have been awesome if he had aced that. That would have been pretty cool. But started on hole 11 again. I got another par, which was exciting.
That's a rough hole to start on.
Yeah, we were talking about it. Starting on hole 11 and 12, it kind of gets the 2 tougher holes out of the way right off the bat.
That's true.
If you can keep yourself level-headed through those, I think the first round I went par birdie, and then I got par the second round. So I was feeling pretty good going into 13 and 14. My putting got a little bit better. I wasn't making all of my putts, but I was making consistent putts, and I was scrambling really, really well. Like on hole 15, the first round, I almost aced it. I hit the pole. Everybody was like getting all excited there, and then it just hit the pole. It was just a little low, and it sat right there, so I had an easy birdie. But in the second round, I turned it over like crazy and ended up down on the right-hand side, pretty far away, and I was able to throw a forehand to 20 feet, and I banged the putt to keep myself at par for that hole, and that was a great scramble. I was just feeling really good about it. And I think that I got too cocky going into 18 because I was at even par, and in round one, I threw a fairway that got to the bottom of the rocks on 18, and I had to, easy layup, tap in par. And for whatever reason, I thought that I can push with a driver to get up on top of the rocks. So I took out my DD3 and I freaking pumped this thing, and the wind caught it, and I landed almost by Tournament Central, almost out. I was like 4 feet from out of bounds long. And so every tree that's on that hole is now in my way. And I ended up taking a double bogey on the hole. For the next 2 holes, I couldn't get myself back in the mentality of like, okay, focus on what you're doing. I got lazy on 1 and I ended up taking a bogey. I got lazy on 2 and ended up taking a bogey from like an 8-foot putt. And then finally on 3, I was able to get my mindset back into it and play a little bit better and cleaned it up. And I played well for the rest of the round.
3 is a tough one to get your shit back. Straight uphill, when I'm playing rounds with folks, it's the one people complain most about.
I nailed my line that I wanted. So I think that's what helped me do it, is I hit it with a really nice hyzer flip up, and I didn't think I needed a fairway, but apparently I threw a mid and I was still 60 feet short. But it was exactly what I wanted it to be. It hit the line. I didn't, and it was short, but it got to where I wanted it to be. So I think that's what helped me get back in, is even though on 2, I threw an amazing tee shot, but my putts were I ended up 3-putting. I was in C1 off the tee on 2, and I ended up taking a 4. It was miserable. But I was able to get back into the mindset, finished out pretty good. But if it wasn't for those 3 holes, I would have had an awesome round. Like, my tee shots were just awesome. My up shots were decent minus those 3 holes, and putting got better, but still my putting, I'm broken when it comes to putting right now.
Well, you got 1 round at your rating and 1 round almost 30 points over your rating. So.
Yeah. No, it was a great tournament. Both cards. Second round, I didn't mention, but I played with Mike again. I played with Joe, and then I played with Chris King, who also listens, so I'll shout him out.
Wow, that's crazy.
He actually mentioned something. We were talking about people accusing you of like not actually disc golfing. He's like, oh, like your mom. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, that's it. But yeah, awesome rounds, great cards. And it, was good to get out and play. And even though I got up at 4:45 in the morning to drive down, it was totally worth it. It was a fun day.
Heck yeah, 4th place.
Yeah.
2 strokes behind 3rd place, Ross O'Toole.
Yeah, that kind of sucked for him. He went into the last hole leading. He was up 1 stroke. Apparently, we were talking after the round. They went into hole 8 and they were tied. Him, Andrew, and William, I think, were all tied going into hole 8. And Ross made like a huge putt on hole 8 to go up 1. Or no, him and William would have been tied. William had a 15-foot putt that he caged. So they went into hole 9 with Ross up 1 hole. William and Andrew were tied. And then Ross double bogeyed the last hole, and Andrew and William went into a playoff.
Do you know how many holes that went?
It went 1 hole. I'm pretty sure Bill. I'm sorry, he goes by Bill. Bill ended up winning in the playoff.
It shows score-wise they're tied, him and Andrew Falletta. Nice. Paul 2 won the MA50 division. Josh Pallur won the MA60. Marcia Focht won FA60. We're going to hear about this in a second, but Carlos Alejandro Pena Jimenez won the MA2 division.
Hell yeah, Carlos.
Over Charlie Hurd and Brian Colati. Sherry Purdy won FA2, and Simon Ramon won MA3 by 4 strokes over Ben Dwyer. We did do picks. Tim, you picked Jaimen in the MPO division, yourself in the AM40 division, and Mike Warner was your dark horse. Jaimen showed up, scored 100. You shot a 118, so I got you at 218. Mike Warner, unfortunately, did not show up. So my feeling is you just don't get any bonus points. You don't lose any points, but, Eric picked Corey, who shot a 106, and Ross O'Toole with a 116, which put him at 222. He picked me as a dark horse, and if it really had a bearing on the final results, I want to say my first round was like, at least preliminarily, was 22 points below my rating, so I would have deducted if it made a difference, but it didn't. So, yeah, he would have had 244. Alex had Kyle, who shot a 104, Michael Smith with a 112, and Nick Warren as his dark horse, who's rated 937, shot 950. So Michael and Kyle had a 216. We were able to subtract 13 points from that. So Alex is our leader right now at 203.
Woo.
Randy picked Alden Slack, who did not show up, Adam Gutman with a 112, and Steve Magnuson as his dark horse, who shot 18 points below his rating. So what I did for if we had a no-show was they got the last place person in that division, which was Kevin O'Brien, who shot a 116. So you got 116, 112, which is a 228 plus 18 points for Magnuson. So you have 246.
Can't win them all.
Jaimen had Ryan Nelson, who didn't show, John Tamarino, who won MA1 with a 105, and Douglas Glickert, his dark horse, who shot 6 points under his rating. So same thing, not to throw him under the bus, but you also got Kevin O'Brien. But I did hear from Ryan Nelson this morning, Jaimen, and he says, please offer Jaimen my condolences for picking me. I'd like to report I did not flake, but like so many others the past few weeks, got hit with the flu. I was even there Friday working on the pads. Course karma couldn't overcome it. Not that anyone else had a chance of winning anyways. So
I was going to say that I did see his name listed for one of the guys to shovel the tee pad. So I assumed he didn't flake, or maybe he saw how the tee pads were on Thursday and did flake.
He was like, screw this. So you got 221 with your picks plus 6, 227. So looks like Alex is still in the lead at 203. Corey had Antonio Albert, who shot a 108, Sean Partee, who shot a 116, and Carlos Alejandro Pena Jimenez, who is rated 860 and shot a 920. So
Yeesh.
Corey had 224 points minus 60. So his total was 164. He just blew away the competition. That's why I didn't worry about my math with Eric.
Carlos came through for the boy.
Heck yeah. So congratulations, Corey. I had a couple rules questions from Kisco. So Jason, I'm going to address you with this one to get your opinion. You've played Kisco, right, Jason?
Yep. Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. My first throw of the day, hole 6 at Kisco. It's basically that little hyzer into the side of the hill. And there's a tree on the right side of the tee pad about 6 to 10 feet away from the tee pad. And I pretty much swacked it on my first throw of the day, and it came back onto the tee pad. I was second on the box. What would you do?
I mean, you could mark it, but that's like kind of unfair to the people teeing after you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in that case, you get to go out of order and throw your next shot.
Does anybody have a differing opinion?
It's now part of the course. Everyone has to deal with it.
Like theoretically, I mean, I don't know. Like just my thought is your lie is farther away from the hole than everyone else's. So you should go next because everybody else's lie is the front of the tee pad. But
What if you hit a tree and your disc lands behind the tee pad? Is that still true?
I mean, the statement is true. Whether or not you go next, I don't know. But
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I've done that.
I think there's a rule somewhere where that, like, if it makes sense, you can go out of order.
I don't know.
I did pull up a rule that I thought might apply. 802.02 order of play. D, if a player is making another throw from the same lie or a rethrow, that player remains next in the throwing order. A rethrow is an additional throw from the same lie which is played instead of the original throw. I mean, that's the closest I could find.
What rule number is this?
This is 802.02 order of play D. C says after all players have a lie other than the teeing area, the player whose lie is farthest, but that's after all players have a lie, so it didn't really apply.
That would also negate my thought of it being farther away.
Read part C, the first sentence.
That's what I was just talking about.
Oh, did you read that, Larry, as I was distracted by reading it?
Yeah, no, that's fine. But my point on that was it says after all players have a lie other than the teeing area. There were still 2 players whose lie was still the teeing area. That's what negated it for me.
Oh, interesting. Yes.
I don't know if I'm looking at the latest rule set. This is 2024.
Yeah, I just assumed that means that's when that particular rule was last updated, and it hasn't been changed since.
I'd go to E to facilitate flow of play. A player who is not next may throw if the player who is next consents, or if throwing will not impact the player who is next. So really you should ask the players like, hey, do you want me to throw? If your lie is in their way, then they can consent to you throwing ahead of them. But if they want to maintain the order and they're like, no, leave your disc there and I'm going to throw over it or something, then that's on them.
And that's exactly what I did. I checked with everybody. I said, should I just get this out of your way? And everybody consented. Okay, yeah. I figured that was a quickie, but a fun one. I was hoping that was the CTT for the day, but I don't know how to mark it, but okay. So another issue we had, hole 14. I believe Kat Bemis aced it, right?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
You did.
The topic came up. Well, it's not on the PDGA live screen, so there's no OB. So I had said, well, just then throw OB and argue it out with the TD.
The same thing came up with hole 18 too, because usually that path is OB, but it wasn't marked anywhere.
I couldn't find anything specifically other than AI to answer this. What are the thoughts on PDGA Live or Caddy Book? Or in this case, I guess it wasn't a Caddy Book so much as a Caddy video.
I'm curious if there's anywhere on the PDGA that says the app is like the only source of truth. Like if it to address the fact that it has to be in the app to be a thing, it has to be in the scorecard. I wonder if that is anywhere, because I did listen to the player's guide the night before or Chris Jordan's video, and I'm pretty sure that it was mentioned in that.
And it was flagged.
Oh yeah, 14 was, yeah, right.
Yeah, at least in front of the tee pad. I don't know as far as behind the basket. I didn't really look.
Behind the basket was flagged.
What if you didn't go to the players meeting? Where else was it?
It's on the tee sign, isn't it?
On 14 maybe, but 18 doesn't.
But I mean, if you didn't go to the players meeting, that's on you.
I mean, not really, though. Verbal instructions don't really hold any.
I totally agree.
Round.
What are you going to do in the middle of the round? You're going to stop and, well, wait, let me play this clip. Let me get past all of this, that. Okay, here it is. Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
I'm also curious on that, what Randy brought up.
I don't know. There was nothing, at least that I found, that said implicitly the app is priority. Everything I found was people's opinions, and everybody's opinion says that whatever the TD says is kind of gospel, but I don't know.
Oh, I feel like that's like a Jason or Jaimen question. Maybe Jason question.
So I didn't catch all of it. The sign was different than PDGA Live, which was different than...
It didn't have any OBs or anything on the PDGA Live. He mentioned it in the video players meeting, and it's on, I believe it's on the sign 14, and it's marked. It's got flags.
Then, yeah, I'd say it's if he mentioned it in the players meeting, then that takes precedence. Because a TD can state any like last minute changes or clarifications in a players meeting. Like if a tree falls down at night, that's why a lot of times TDs will make the players meetings mandatory so that they can have opportunity to do any of those changes last second.
All right.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah.
So we got New York Team Challenge this weekend. Eric's in 10th place, 5-8. Brandon in 9th at 5-4. Evan, I think I didn't give you credit for a 2-2 week last week. I had you tied with Brandon. Well, you're actually at 7-6 in 8th place. Alex in 7th at 8-5. Jason, Tim, and Caitlin are all at 9-4 in 4th place. Corey at 9-3 in 3rd. And Jaimen and Randy are tied at 1st place at 11-2. I put the order for picks based on when you signed on. So our first pick for this weekend, we got the Beast of Burbine at the Goats. Alex, who do you think will win?
I'm going to go with the Goats on this one.
All right. And Jaimen, the Goats, you guys play at CTK, just to clarify?
Yep.
Is this your first home match?
This is our first real home match.
They had one that they played at Stony Kill.
Okay, just double checking. Evan, who you got? Burbine at Goats.
I'll take the Goats.
Tim.
Goats.
Corey.
I say the Goats, but I think this might be... I was going to say that their toughest match yet, but that's not true. I think it's going to be close, especially if Burbine shows up with the right people, and yeah.
All right. Jaimen.
Goats.
Shocking. All right. Jason, who you got?
Goats aren't old enough to drink, so most of Burbine's abilities are going to be lost on them, so I got to go Goats.
All right. And Randy, who you got?
Yes, I will go Goats.
Awesome. And he just sent me his picks about a half an hour ago. So Brandon also picked the Goats. Brandon Klein.
Did Eric choose himself?
I will get his picks after. Our next matchup, we got the Mindkill Whips at the Tower of Power. Brandon picked Mindkill, or the Whips. Randy, who you got?
I'm going to maybe quote Brandon or paraphrase Brandon and say we're going to beat them by 20 points.
Okay. Jason.
Whips.
Are you playing this weekend?
That's top secret.
Okay. All right. Like we always say, Jason and Jaimen, same fucking guy. Jaimen did the same thing at... Never mind.
Actually, you guys all did that for First Traxx. I just went with it.
Exactly. So who you got, Jaimen?
Whips.
Corey.
Mindkill.
Tim.
Whips.
You guys are freaking me out with reversing between Mindkill and Whips. Evan, who you got?
Mindkill.
And Alex.
Let's go Mindkill.
Oh, you son of a...
He didn't do the Whips. All right, back to you, Alex. Chatham Hills Country Club at the Widowmakers.
I mean, obviously the smart money is on the Widowmakers, but I'm not going to vote against my own team, so we're going to go Chatham Hills.
Oh, right.
Bro's on a contract year.
Evan.
Wilcox.
All right. Tim.
Widowmakers.
Corey.
Widowmakers.
Okay. Jamin. I see muted.
He's not talking.
Oh, sorry, Wilcox. Damn it. You guys were so quiet that I thought that I was just thinking about my hot take.
Did you have a hot take?
Nope, not at all. I just said Wilcox.
Okay. Jason, who you got?
Wilcox.
Randy.
I'm going to go with JP.
JP and the Widowmakers.
Yeah.
The assistant to the assistant.
Yeah.
I don't know if this should count, but Brandon said Warwick. So,
Oh, no.
How many dollars did he say they would win by?
exactly.
Is there a New England team challenge at Warwick's in that weekend?
Maybe. I only just saw that too. And our final matchup, we've got the Revolution at the Wrenches. Brandon has chosen J Park. Who you got, Randy?
I think this is the hot match of the week. Man, I think I'm going to go J Park, just home field advantage, but it's going to be super close.
I wish I could take credit for like building the suspense with the last good match, but I just copied it from the spreadsheet. Jason, who you got?
Sorry, what were the teams?
The Revolution at the Wrenches.
Oh, man, that's going to be... How you feeling, Corey?
I'm feeling pretty good. My confidence has never been higher.
You didn't sound very confident, but it's J Park at home. I got to go Wrenches.
All right. Jaimen.
Gotta go with J Park on this one.
Corey.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough match, but I think we got it. I'm going to go with J Park.
That would have been a prime time to flip and maybe pick up a win on Randy and Jaimen.
But the repercussions of that are far greater.
Tim, Revolution at Wrenches.
I think I have to take the Revolution because of points. It's going to be a good match, but I think I'm going to take Revolution just for strategy.
All right. Evan.
J Park.
And Alex.
I'm going to go with the Drellman's Garage.
All right. Anything you got, Jason, before you go? Any big plans? What are you doing this weekend? Maybe Saturday. You got big plans for Saturday?
We'll see. Sure, I'll get my exercise. So no, I got nothing.
Okay. Unless you wanted to talk, the one thing I did have, if we needed more time, was Bobby Hallum's hot take about wearing headphones during a PDGA sanctioned tournament.
I'll let you guys work that one out.
All right.
Yeah, it's good talking to you. And for those listening, we record everything I say in the beginning, and then he like magically makes it seem like I'm in the whole episode somehow. I don't know how you do it, but it's convincing. Just seems like I'm not paying attention to anybody else listening.
That's true.
Yeah, it sounds like me normally, but that's all right. But it's good talking with you all. Catch you next week.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Jason.
Later, guys.
We are much later than I anticipated. Anybody want to stick around for a quiz?
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm going to jump off. I've been sick the last few days, so I'm going to go to bed.
That's fair.
I'm also going to get going because Tim's been sick the last couple of days.
All right. So we're at 2-2. So Tim and Jaimen, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
I will say Happy New Year. Today is the last official day I can say it. By the time this goes out, it'll be too late. But Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And congratulations again, Jaimen. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, good job.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Take it easy.
Bye.
So we got Alex, Evan, Corey, Randy. What's the matchup? This is a unique one, right?
J Park versus
Yeah.
Tony Kill.
Bet.
All right.
Does Evan count as J Park?
Well, because his team plays out of J Park, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, eliminates.
Captain of the J Park team.
My bad.
No, it's all good. It's new to me too.
All right. So that's Corey and Evan.
You can call us Kevin.
Kevin.
Capital C, capital E, VAN.
Yeah.
Versus.
Ralix.
That's what I was thinking.
Or Andy.
I like Ralix better.
I like Ralix.
Ralix.
Landry.
I can just picture a Ralix. He's a little dark-haired kid, always dirty. Always got a dirty face.
All right. So I got 3 rounds of trivia. 2 of them are disc or no disc. A third is local disc golf trivia, which I knew going into tonight we wouldn't have time for a last year recap of the DisCap tags. So it's kind of that in a trivia round. So all I'm saying is the longer you guys don't pick this, the harder it's going to get. So Kevin, Would you like category 1, category 2, or category 3?
I usually go for 3.
Corey? You good with
Corey,
it?
any opinion?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, we can go with 3. That's probably going to be the special round. Let's do it.
You're absolutely right, because it was the last one I finished. Question 1, category 3. Who finished the 2025 DisCap Bag Tag League with the number 1 tag? Who finished the 2025 DisCap Bag Tag League with the number 1 tag?
It wasn't me.
Evan, you spent the most time looking at that leaderboard. You got it.
If you see on my tag number, you know I spent a lot of time scrolling on that leaderboard.
Shoot.
Let's see.
Damn it.
I don't think the 1 tag was at the December monthly.
I feel like Justin had it when we went to Greenville.
I was thinking maybe Kyle, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't have any good looks at the number 1 tag.
I was going to vote Kyle or Jaimen, but yeah, I'd say, we go Kyle.
All right.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
I believe Jason
Yeah.
literally said that earlier in the
He
episode.
said it.
It was the reason for their tiebreaker. Kyle Hirsch had the 1 tag, Jason had the 2, and that's why Kyle got the 2, Jason got the 3 this year.
I may have been on a bathroom break in my defense. I don't know.
That's quite all right. But that's cool. That means you get the bonus question. Your bonus question, what number is larger? The number of tag rounds played by Jason's mechanic, Harry Lehman, or the total number of interceptions by the Jets defense this past NFL season? What number is larger? The total number of tag rounds played by Jason's mechanic, Harry Lehman, or the total number of interceptions by the Jets defense this past NFL season?
Do you have any idea, Evan?
I don't have any idea about the Jets. Do you?
Well, I do, because I literally saw the freaking image today. They had 0. They had 0 interceptions this season. The only NFL team ever.
With no knowledge of that, I would have not been surprised to guess that Harry had 1 tag match, maybe, and maybe it was First Traxx. So let's go with Harry.
Wait, was the answer who has more? Who has more? Who has less?
I thought it was more.
What number is larger?
Yeah, Harry's tag matches.
Okay, yeah, Harry's tag matches is larger than the number of Jets interceptions.
You are correct. Harry had 1 tag match. The Jets had 0 interception. You guys are up 2-0.
That was exciting.
And just to be official, Corey, it's not like ever. It's just since they started recording interceptions, which was in like 1933. So I think like FDR was president when they started recording interceptions. So it's not.
I'm gonna guess
ever.
it was probably easier back then, but maybe not before they started recording.
All right, Ralex, would you guys like category 1, category 2, or category 3? Oh, my dog knocked something over.
You tell me.
Let's go with 1.
Sure.
All right, question 1, category 1, a homophone for the Latin word for land. What was the name of the plantation in Gone with the Wind? A homophone for the Latin word for land. What was the name of the plantation in Gone with the Wind?
I don't know. Latin word for land?
Is that Terra? Or is it
Terra was
Earth?
my first thought as well.
Okay, but it's a homophone. Wait, does homophone mean sound the same?
Yes.
Like exactly the same?
Like there and there and there are homophones.
Okay, so it's just Terra spelled differently. Is that what
Could
we're
be.
thinking?
I don't know. Are there other things that could be lands? It could be land. I don't know. Terra seems like as good an answer as I'm going to get.
Yeah, I can't think anything. I don't know it from the movie at all. I haven't seen it.
It's also a disc, so
Oh, hey, we'll just go with that then.
let's go with Terra.
You guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is the Terra a disc?
MVP.
Yes.
MVP Disc Sports, what year, Alex?
Relatively recently, I want to say 2023.
We go with 22.
Oh, February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2022.
Ah, nice.
This is TERRA as opposed to TARA. So, you know, I'm not going to say Tara. I'm going to say Terra.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also going to say Ant and Ant. So, you know, that's me.
They aren't bugs. They're ladies.
All right, Kevin. What category would you like? Category 1 or category 3? Category 2 will be saved for a later date.
I feel like I should embrace the tag category, right? But I struggle with that first one, so it's up to you.
I would say we probably have a better chance of getting 3, so let's take a number 1 from them.
Okay.
So question 2, category 1. What word can be used to describe a 3D animation software, a legendary American poet, and an ancient civilization famous for predicting an apocalypse? What word can be used to describe a 3D animation software, a legendary American poet, and an ancient civilization famous for predicting an apocalypse?
The apocalypse thing made me think of the Mayans.
Yeah.
And there is a famous American poet named Maya, but I don't know about the 3D software.
Yeah, animation software, I don't know, but Mayan was kind of...
And the first answer was Terra.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Maya is the answer.
Maya, yes, not Mayan. Right. I would say Maya, yes.
Okay.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Is the Maya a disc?
I don't like it nearly as much as I like Terra, even with knowing it that with disc. But the Maya...
I mean, the fact that it's a homophone kind of opens up the possibilities, but...
Oh, you think that whole category is going to be homophone?
It feels like girls' names for now, but don't tell the other team that. I'm with you. I kind of think no. I don't love it for a disc name. Just maybe it is, but we can say no.
Yeah, I'm fine with no.
Okay.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Correct.
Infinite Discs, June 23rd, 2012. No, 2020.
2020. Okay.
All right, Ralix, category 1 or category 3?
I don't have a preference.
I don't like the tag category, but maybe we just take question 2 in it because hopefully it's easier.
Yeah, I mean, sure, possibly.
Okay, let's do it.
So you going with category 3?
Yes.
All right, well, question 2 is multiple choice.
Hey, we did it.
Question 2, who played the most DisCap tag matches in 2025 while also finishing with a tag in the top 10? Who played the most DisCap tag matches in 2025 while also finishing with a tag in the top 10? Do you guys want to take a guess before I give you the multiple choice?
Ooh, sure. Immediately regretting this now. I was thinking Corey, who plays a lot of tag matches. Maybe
Kyle
Gorsage.
Oh, that's a good
Maybe.
answer. I like that one most of the
All
ones
right,
you said so
let's
far.
find out what the multiple choice is.
All right, your choices are Corey Cook,
Darn it.
Tyler Gannon, Kyle Hirsch, Jason Lasasso, or Jason Gorsage.
That was just rude.
It's not helpful when you give us
Like he
only
added
things that we
Gorsage
already
in there.
He just added
No,
Gorsage.
that was
to the
definitely
end.
on the list already. He didn't add it just because you guys said it. That would be mean. Can you imagine?
It sounds like they know it, which is not good news for us.
No, I think they're just having fun.
I was making a joke. I don't know shit.
Yeah, I was having fun.
Or do I?
What is the question again?
Who played the most DisCap tag matches in 2025 while also finishing with a tag in the top 10?
Okay. So most tag matches played. Okay, it's probably not Kyle. It's probably not Jason.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident it's not Jason.
I don't know about Corey or Gorsage. I don't know who has more.
My instinct is Jason, because
Yeah,
I don't think Corey plays that many tag matches, but I don't know.
let's go with it. Let's go
Sure.
Gorsage.
You going with Jason Gorsage?
Jason Gorsage specifically.
We are, even though you
Not
added
the-
it at the end.
I 100% added it at the end.
Oh my God.
He ended up with a 24 tag. He wasn't in the top 10.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. I bet he had the most tag matches of those people, though.
Tell you in just no, he didn't. He would have come in third. Kyle and Jason had 13. Tyler the Cannon Gannon had 20, and Corey Cook had 21.
Yeah.
And I'm only saying that because multiple choice.
You don't get the steal on the multiple
Yeah,
choice.
there's no steal on the multiple choice, but
I would have picked Corey just because it was their other choice.
I would
Yeah.
have picked me because I knew I had a 10 tag, and if there's only one person, then it had to be me if there's only one answer.
well, Kevin, you guys get the bonus
Oh,
because I got a bonus and I'm not going to waste
track
it.
at it at least.
This one they can steal because it's a bonus. So if you get it wrong, they will have a chance to steal this. Who played the most DisCap bag tag matches in 2025 while also finishing with a tag in the top 20? Was it Joe Karen, Corey Cook, Justin Muccelli, or Adam Nelson? Who played the most DisCap tag matches in 2025 while also finishing with a tag in the top 20? Joe Karen, Corey Cook, Justin Muccelli, or Adam Nelson?
And this is our question?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But because it's a bonus and it's for fun,
Yeah.
they can steal this one.
Did he just say how many you had?
Mm-hmm.
Was it 21?
All
All right. That's so I'm thinking Justin just because of I feel like he plays a lot of tag matches.
I didn't do that many this year because Brian didn't have a tag.
Maybe we shouldn't talk it out too much because they can steal. I think
That's all right.
Justin.
Top 20. Yeah, we can go Justin.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Karen played 18 rounds. Corey played 21. Justin Muccelli played 34. but Adam Nelson only played 32, so you are correct.
Nice.
Justin,
Nice call.
Close call.
So through 2 rounds, that put you guys up 4-2. Alex, am I right?
That sounds right.
And that was a steal, so you guys have the category 1 or category 3.
Do we pull another one from one? One more?
Yeah, whatever you think. That worked out last time, so I'm with you.
Yeah, let's do another 1 and 1.
All right, question 3, category 1. Before adopting the euro in 2002, what was the primary unit of currency used in Germany? Before adopting the euro in 2002, what was the primary unit of currency used in Germany?
Was it oh no, wait. I was about to say something stupid.
Say it.
No.
The franc?
That's what I was gonna say. No, wasn't that France?
The German?
Wasn't it not like Deutschmark? But that doesn't seem to fit the category.
My dad used to go to trips for work to Germany, but I don't know if he just didn't do it before they changed to the euro, or if I can't remember what he was coming home with other than euro.
Like a girl's name? Oh man, it's funny. We both thought Frank, but as soon as I really thought about it, I don't think it's right. But maybe we should go
For
with
some reason, like the German franc or franc or whatever the fuck however it's pronounced. I can't like the French franc doesn't really like trigger.
No, all right, let's go with it because we both thought it. I for some reason thought it was stupid, and then Randy made me feel really weird.
I say the franc.
All right, let's say let's do it.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Ralix, before adopting the euro in 2002, what was the primary unit of currency used in Germany?
I mean, Deutschmark was in my head.
I also thought Deutschmark, but I don't know how that fits the category.
We got Maya, we got Terra, and Deutschmark.
They do sound like ladies' names. They are like homophones. Deutschmark is, I don't think
Not
either
really
of those
either
things.
of these things, yeah.
Is there any other, I feel like, do you know what like Switzerland uses? I feel like there's a shared currency somewhere in there.
Possible you're thinking of the euro, but
Yeah, it's not what I'm trying to think of.
I want to say like Sweden used to use the kroner, something like that.
That doesn't work either, I don't think.
I had an ex-girlfriend named Kroner.
Kroner, yeah. Oh man, I think I only got Deutschmark.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, let's go Deutschmark.
You guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Is the Deutschmark or Mark a disc?
Oh, Mark.
Oh, Mark. Oh, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, thank you.
There
Like
could
Mark
easily
is in
be a
like
mark.
hit your mark, like that kind of mark for the disc. Maybe.
I feel like there could easily be a mark.
I'm okay with it. I don't love it.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right, we're going yes.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Mark Disc Wing Limited, June 3rd, 2010, and we are tied. But I think that was a steal, so you guys have the category. Would you like question 4, category 1, question 3, category 3?
I kind of want to stay in one. I'm scared of the.
I'm certainly more likely to know the answers in one. So
Yeah, let's stay in one.
All right, question 4, category 1. In the Disney animated universe, what is the name of Goofy's son? In the Disney animated universe, what is the name of Goofy's son?
I should know this, but I don't.
Ralix.
I'm pretty sure it's Kevin with a C.
Kevin is his middle name.
It's Max.
Oh
Is it
yeah.
Max?
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely Max.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is the Max a disc?
Yes.
I feel like it is.
It definitely is.
I have
Innova.
no idea what brand though.
Pretty sure it's Innova.
All right.
All right, Fancy Pants, what year, Alex?
Like, I know someone had one in 2018.
Higher or lower?
My
Randy?
instinct is lower than 2018.
I'm also going lower.
Innova Champion Discs, September 21st, 2006.
Oh.
Makes sense.
All right, now you guys are up by 2. Kevin, 3 in category 3 or 5 in category 1?
All right, we're not out of it, but that went poorly.
Yeah, it did. I guess 3.
All right.
All right, question 3, category 3. What number is larger, the number of career wins by Marcia Fock or the number of DisCap Tag rounds played by Evan Parsley in 2025? What number is larger, the number of career wins by Marcia Fock or the number of DisCap Tag rounds played by Evan Parsley in 2025?
Evan, what was your number?
118.
Marcia. I'm pretty sure she just got 121 at Kisco.
Nice. We'll go Marcia.
You guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Marcia Fock, 121 wins to 118.
That is awesome.
All right, your bonus question. What number is larger, the number of numbered tags sold in 2025 or the tag number Kyle Hirsch ended the 2023 DisCap Bag Tag League with? What number is larger, the number of numbered tags sold in 2025 or the tag number Kyle Hirsch ended the 2023 DisCap Bag Tag League with?
So Kyle was like 160 something, right?
Like 162, yeah.
162 is in my mind. I finished last year with 137 because I did bad at the December monthly, and I don't think there were many more than that. I think it's Kyle, but probably close, but I think it's Kyle.
I thought there was over like 180 tags.
This year?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that it had kind of peaked. I could
Has
be
it
way
though?
off. Maybe I just feel bad because I ended with 137.
I think you had a long way to go to get to the bottom if that's what you were scared of.
Maybe if you feel like, if you think it was up that high, then it would be the tags last year. I just thought it was more like, or I thought it was less. That's what I meant to say.
We have a bit of a conundrum here. I may feel more strongly.
I'm with you.
All right, we're going to go with the number of tags sold is larger than Kyle's hideous 162 tag that we will not stop bringing.
Just to clarify, the number of numbered tags.
Right. Not counting the 999s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like whatever the highest like competitive tag is. Yeah. I didn't think it was quite that high, but we're going with Corey's.
Kyle's tag, I think Evan mentioned it, was 162 at the end of 2023. There were 161 tags sold.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
See, I thought it was like 140s or 150s. So, but yeah, I thought we were kind of we had peaked already. We hit the high water mark.
Oh my god, I knew it was high, but I didn't realize it was that close.
And also, it felt like maybe I should have piped up, but it felt like a chance for him to kind of point that out again.
Oh, I'm always looking for a chance to point out 162, but it could have gone either way.
No, and obviously it was close.
Yeah,
you figured it would be if you asked. So what is that, 6-5?
Yeah, 6-5. Ralix is up, and it is their question.
All right,
they got question 5 in category 1 or question 4 in category 3.
I mean, my thought is stick with 1, but
I agree. Let's stick with 1.
Let's do it.
All right, question 5, category 1. In the first season of the Netflix series Stranger Things, what is the nickname of Nancy Wheeler's best friend whose sudden disappearance sparked the viral social media movement Justice for Blank? In the first season of the Netflix series Stranger Things, what is the nickname of Nancy Wheeler's best friend whose sudden disappearance sparked the viral social media movement Justice for Blank?
I have not watched Stranger Things.
Oh my God, Alex. Jesus. You should watch it. It's really good. I've watched all of it, but he said season 1, and that was 100 years ago. Nancy Wheeler. Alex, pick a name that would be popular in the 80s.
Beth.
Show us Beth.
I got nothing.
No, I got nothing.
You guys agree?
Yes.
I guess.
Kevin, in the first season of the Netflix series Stranger Things, what is the nickname of Nancy Wheeler's best friend whose sudden disappearance sparked the viral social media movement Justice for Blank?
So I've actually only watched the first season, and that was 100 years ago when it came out. But I think they were close because I'm pretty sure it was Barb.
I didn't watch it, so sure.
You guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Is the Barb a disc?
Oh my God.
Nice, Evan.
She had those big 80s glasses that all the girls in my 5th grade yearbook picture have on.
I like Barb.
Yeah, I like it too. We're going yes.
Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Compound Discs, March 18th, 2024. And you guys take the lead.
Huge.
And
that was a steal.
Let's go.
So you've got question 6 in category 1 or question 4 in category 3.
Think we stay with 3.
You want to go back to tags?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, question 4, category 3. Evan played the most DisCap tag rounds in 2025 with 118. Who played the second most? Evan played the most DisCap tag rounds in 2025 with 118. Who played the second most?
My first gut reaction is B. Klein. Early on in the year, he said he was going to try and beat me. So I kind of had an eye on him. And I also played a lot of matches with him. I could give you other good possibilities, but he's my
Listen, if
first
your
pick.
goal was to have the most, then you should be the one that knows who's on your tail. I wasn't paying that much of attention. I just assumed that you were going to win it anyway. So if
thanks.
you think,
Thanks, bro.
If you think Brandon, the guy who likes to lose his money clip at First Traxx in the snow on the very first hole, and then also lose his putter 4 holes after that, and then somehow get both of those things back 3 holes after that, then yeah, I'm cool with going Brandon.
Yeah, that's the guy I was thinking of. That's crazy work.
Forgot to mention that before. But yeah, sure, Brandon Klein.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
You are correct. With 68 rounds played, that puts it at 8-6, Alex?
So far.
Before the
That's what I
bonus?
got.
Okay.
Yep.
Your bonus question, Who finished with the best tag number with a minimum of 40 DisCap bag tag matches played? This is multiple choice. Who finished with the best tag number with a minimum of 40 DisCap bag tag matches played? Do you want to take a guess without the multiple choice, or you just want the multiple choice?
I was wondering if all the multiple choices have played 40, or are there any like false,
Don't give them any answers. We know how that worked out for Alex and Randy.
Yeah, exactly. I have a short list. Let's just hear the choices.
Yeah.
Okay. Your choices are Brandon Klein, Tim Goyette, Josh Lee, or Brian Monahan. Who finished with the best tag number with a minimum of 40 DisCap bag tag matches played? Was it Brandon Klein, Tim Goyette, Josh Lee, or Brian Monahan?
My first would be Josh.
Yeah, I was gonna say Josh. Mons could have had a good finish, but I'd say Josh. Josh is consistently up there. Josh Lee.
Yep.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With 42 rounds played, Brian Monahan finished with the 88 tag. With 43 rounds played, Tim Goyette, we mentioned before, finished with the 101 tag. With 68 rounds played, Brandon finished with the 63 tag. With 43 rounds played, Josh Lee finished with the 33. You were
Holla, Larry Bird.
So we got 9-6 Ralix. One question left in category 1, 2 in category 3. What do you got?
You tell me.
We basically got to get a steal, so I think we got to go with 3 and then hope we can steal a 6 from them.
Works for me.
Here we go. Category 3.
All right. Question 5, category 3. Who finished 2025 with a better DisCap tag? Was it Tim Goyette, Joe Goyette III, or Joseph Goyette IV? Who finished 2025 with a better DisCap tag? Tim Goyette, Joe Goyette III, or Joseph Goyette IV?
Are both of those, the third and the fourth, are they real? You don't have to answer, Pat.
I've played with them.
They're both real people?
Yeah.
I only thought this whole time I thought there was just one other Goyette.
No, it's a father and son, I believe.
Oh, okay.
It's 3 children in a trench coat.
It's a long trench coat. I don't know. So I'm guessing it's the younger Goyette. He was doing pretty well in tournaments and stuff. Do we think
he's like 940-ish rated, or at least he was.
That was my first thought, was that one, which I can't do the math. The fourth would be the younger one.
Yeah, the fourth would be the younger one.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. The only one we know for sure is Tim was 102.
And we're looking for best tag, not
And we're
most
looking
rounds.
for best tag.
I would go with the younger, the fourth. I did not listen close enough to know their names now, but Goyette the fourth is the one I'm.
I think Joe Goyette the fourth makes sense.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Joe Goyette III finished with the 151 tag. Tim Goyette finished with the 101, Alex, not the 102. I just got to point that out. But Joseph Goyette IV finished with the 13 tag.
Wow.
Sick.
Okay.
So you are correct. It was close, but you squeaked it out. All right, your bonus question. What duo won the DisCap Presents the 19th Annual Ice Bowl driven by Innova CEP Charity Not Rated in the MA3 Mixed Amateur 3 Division? What duo won the DisCap Presents the 19th Annual Ice Bowl driven by Innova CEP Charity Not Rated in the MA3 Mixed Amateur 3 Division? That was last year.
Right.
I'm not trying to trick you.
I mean, was it Camel Case Gory?
That's a great guess because I have no idea.
I remember them catching a lot of flack for playing MA3.
Ooh, then that's great then.
But I'm not sure if that was Ice Bowl or Turkey Throwdown.
Who else are we going to say? I can't think of a duo that played MA3.
I mean, it could be like Matt Knopf and Ross O'Toole, but I think they play MA2. But sometimes they play MA3. I don't know.
I think we go Camel Case Corey.
Camel Case Gory sounds good to me.
Can you be more specific?
So Tim Goyette and Brian Monahan.
Brian Monahan, yeah.
You are correct.
Nice.
I was not going to have back-to-back questions ragging on Tim for having a 101 tag without throwing him a bone, but you are correct. You're down 1 point. Kevin, question 6, category 1. Question 6, category 3.
Category 3 almost kind of feels like a 50-50. Category 1, we could just get absolutely shafted on.
Yeah.
I think I would vote 3.
Category 3, Pat.
All right. Question 6, category 3. What number is larger? The total number of throws by Kisco Klassic MPO winner Jaimen Hume, or the total number of throws by Pat Keenan, who DNF'd 5 holes into round 2? What number is larger? The total number of throws by Kisco Klassic MPO winner Jaimen Hume, or the total number of throws by Pat Keenan, who DNF'd 5 holes into round 2?
Oh my God.
So is this also counting the round 2 throws?
Mm-hmm. This is up
Shit.
until
It's-
I couldn't continue in round 2. I did not complete the 5th hole.
So you're also counting whatever you threw on hole 5?
I think the best is to say how many actual throws I made during the tournament.
Yeah.
Okay. Corey, do we know what Jaimen shot for the tournament?
He shot 10 down.
10 down overall.
Kisco only has 1 par 4, which means 18, 36, 54. So it's a 55 par.
So he shot 100?
He shot 100. Oh, yeah, we said that. He shot at 100.
Okay.
And if par is 55, damn, what did I see Pat's first round was? How do I think about this out loud without also possibly insulting Pat?
You're not going to insult me. I had a really bad day.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of feel like Pat had it was in the 20s.
Okay.
Round 1, so that would be 75-ish, at least
Plus.
75, I think, plus.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if he played 4 more holes,
badly hurt.
yeah.
Thank you, Evan.
So he would have had to do worse than double bogey on all of them to get 5s. That gets you at 95.
This also feels like the kind of thing where Pat would put himself out there and say that he was 1 stroke more than Jaimen, and Jaimen played the full tournament or something.
Yeah, I want to.
So it seems plausible.
I want to say Pat's number was higher.
If we think the math is close enough, then my gut would say, well, we should go with Pat.
Yeah, Pat might be using this as an opportunity just to get a little dig at himself while also propping up Jaimen.
All right, I think we go Pat.
Yeah, I think Pat.
Okay.
Pat had the higher number.
Respectfully,
of course.
I did not shoot in the 20s in the first round, Corey.
Let's go.
I shot 13 over.
Oh, shit.
Which is by far my worst Kisco round, but nowhere near. I ended up, if you count the actual throws, with 89.
Okay.
Jaimen had 100. I only made it a question because Randy brought it up. I thought that was a great idea. And it was close enough.
Corey, your math was right. You said I
Yeah.
had 90 something, running the numbers real quick.
Corey, you might have saw somebody's first track score.
That might have been it.
There were definitely first track scores in the 20s.
I just had plus 26 in that PJ font, freaking burned into my freaking eyes, like a plasma TV in the early 2000s.
We've got a question and a half. Randy and Alex get the bonus question, but this one is open enough for a steal.
All right.
So Kevin should really listen.
Let's go.
Your bonus question, we mentioned earlier that Jaimen has won the Kisco Klassic in back-to-back years and 3 out of the last 4 years. What other local PDGA event has Jaimen won in back-to-back years, albeit in different division? We mentioned earlier that Jaimen has won the Kisco Klassic in back-to-back years and 3 out of the last 4 years. What other local PDGA event has Jaimen won in back-to-back years, albeit in different division?
My gut is Battle of Saratoga.
My thought was definitely one of the Heiser ones because that's one of the only things that I remember him playing that he wasn't playing MPO for.
Yeah, I remember seeing him as MA1 there. So I don't know. I don't have any other ideas really.
I mean, are you confident Battle of Saratoga versus April Showers?
I think so.
Works for me.
We're doing it.
You guys agree?
Let's do it.
Kevin.
No.
Dang it.
We mentioned earlier that Jaimen has won the Kisco Klassic in back-to-back years and 3 of the last 4. What other local PDGA event has Jaimen won in back-to-back years, albeit in different divisions?
Do you think they just picked the wrong Heiser tournament?
If nothing else, because I'm trying to think, I can't remember when Jaimen played MA1.
I wasn't around, so that's whatever you think.
And I can't even think about what they're talking about as if I feel like even when I started playing, Jaimen was already playing pro, but maybe he wasn't 970 rated yet. I would just say let's go with the April Showers.
Are there any other established tournaments that have been happening for a long time that he could have done, like MA1 one year and MPO the next?
I mean, yeah, the Jammer, Electricity.
I mean, you know me, I like April Showers because it was their other choice, so it'd be nice to just steal it from him.
Yeah, let's go April Showers.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
In 2015, Jaimen won in the MA2 division, J Park Jammer 8.
Wow.
In 2016, in the MA1 division, Jaimen won the J Park Jammer 9.
Didn't even think about going that far back.
Yeah, I assumed MA1 to MPO.
All right, so final question is for Ralix. They're down 1 point, 9-8. right, Alex?
I believe so. Nobody got any points in that round, right?
All right. Well, I will just say that Kevin was smart for avoiding this question. Question 6, Category 1. In the Doctor Who universe, what was the name of the streetwise companion to the Seventh Doctor who carried a baseball bat? In the Doctor Who universe, what was the name of the streetwise companion to the Seventh Doctor who carried a baseball bat?
That's a rough one. I only know New Who, so 9 through like 13-ish.
Wait, what'd you call it?
no.
You who?
New Who.
Is that what they refer to the episode?
Yeah.
As like Old Testament, New Testament?
They rebooted it in like the early 2000s, and they call it New Who.
So do you frequent r/New Who?
No. I am not aware if that's a thing, but I do not go there either way.
Think of a British name.
I don't know. It could just be Johnny.
That's great.
Do we think there's a theme to the names?
No.
I mean, they could be homophone names.
Yeah, I guess they are. Dude, I always assume the Doctor's companions are ladies. So now when you said Johnny, I was like, oh, shoot. Or like, I didn't even think of it being a guy. So
I assume baseball bat, but that might be sexist.
might be. But the show is in the 80s at this point.
I think so for 7.
Okay. I have no clue. So
Can we hear the question one more time?
In the Doctor Who universe, what was the name of the streetwise companion to the Seventh Doctor who carried a baseball bat?
How about Jimmy?
perfect.
It's kind of a homophone for a couple of different things.
Is it?
Yeah, you could like Jimmy a door handle or something like that.
Okay.
And Jimmy is also a name for a sprinkle.
It is.
You guys agree?
We agree.
Sure.
Congratulations, Kevin.
Yeah.
But for bragging rights, in the Doctor Who universe, what was the name of the streetwise companion to the Seventh Doctor who carried a baseball bat?
Gordon.
The fisherman?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm also a fan of New Who.
There is not a New Who subreddit. I did check.
No.
Which,
They also spell it NUHWO for reference.
Oh,
Sounds
like new metal?
Yeah.
Sick.
I'm a fan of the 10th. He's my favorite. The only name I thought of that could be a homophone maybe would be like Skip. I have no idea.
When you spell it properly, there is a New Who subreddit, but there hasn't been any activity in like 2 years. So.
Oh, I kind of stopped watching after 11.
Who did you say, Evan?
I don't know. I said the name Skip. I have no idea what this is because I was thinking of homophones.
Yeah, yeah, sure, Skip.
Skip or Corey?
I kind of hate Corey as a name. Let's go with Skip.
Oh,
Same.
Randy.
You going with Skip?
yeah.
We were looking for Ace.
Oh,
Of course.
Innova
Sure.
Champion Discs, November 27th, 2001. So Kevin ended up at 9, Ralix at 8. Congratulations.
Thanks. Good round.
man, hope you got your cold weather rain gear for Saturday for Team Challenge, because boy, that weather forecast looks shitty.
Does it?
It looks rainy, but it also looks to be like 50 degrees. So it's not going to be the worst thing in the world, but
Bro, raining and 40, I'd rather it be 30 and snowing.
I'm not saying it's going to be good. I'm just saying if it was like 35 and raining, it would be much worse than 50 and raining.
That's all I got.
When are we going to talk about headphones? I thought we were going to really dig into that tonight.
Does anybody have a really hot take about that before we go?
I don't have the context for this.
You don't need it.
Bobby Hallum posted, well, I don't want to misquote it. He doesn't think that you should be allowed to wear headphones during competitive disc golf for reasons. And people in the comments had responses.
Did he give reasons, or was he just upset about it?
Probably. I skimmed it. I didn't engage.
Bobby Hallum posted on January 3rd, hot take, I don't think wearing headphones during a PDGA sanctioned tournament should be allowed. It takes away from how your card is supposed to be, whether it distracts the player from paying attention to their opponent's shot, which is important to be able to find a disc or call a rules violation. Also, it shows a certain level of respect to be completely involved in your round instead of being isolated by listening to music or...
Whatever.
Oh, thank you. Or whatever in your own little world. P.S. The PGA Tour does have a headphone ban for sportsmanship reasons and possible aids to the player's game, so why not follow their footsteps? So he's saying follow the PGA Tour.
Okay, good to know. I have an opinion now.
All right, Evan, what do you got?
I think the point about paying attention to the round is valid. I don't think that headphones are it per se. Headphones don't bother me if somebody wants to wear them. If someone's not paying attention and it's detrimental to the group, especially in a sanction round, that's one thing. If headphones are causing it, then okay, maybe address that with that person, but I don't think they should be banned. But if someone else does, then, you know, that it's up to them, I guess.
Alex.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to be said for paying attention, but I think you can pay attention and listen to headphones. And I think people being on their phones in general is going to be more distracting than any one specific person on their headphones. Honestly, I'd say me listening to something is going to be less distracting than me looking down at my phone to do a text or something like that. So if you're going to ban headphones, ban phones first. So yeah, I think you're good with headphones.
Corey.
I think if you got some big headphones on, you're going to look kind of doofy, and I might bust your balls about it real quick. But I think it comes down to like how the other parts of how you're acting outside of the headphones. Like if you have your headphones on and you're just like listening to music and like you're staying away from the group and not interacting at all, like you're not even on the card, they could get a little weird. I don't think I would tell you to take them off though. I suppose I wouldn't really be on the side of banning them, but I think there's definitely a point of being attentive and involved in the group, since kind of a group sport in a way requires your attention.
Just to kind of jump in and add on to mine, like you need to still be paying attention. You need to still be communicating effectively with your card. Like if I'm constantly having to like repeat my score because you're on your headphones and listening to something else instead of when everyone else is doing scores, then I'm going to have a problem with that. But as long as you're being attentive and doing everything else you're supposed to on a card, then I don't think there's any reason to not have them.
Yeah, I would say if you're doing your job, I don't care what you do in your free time. It's kind of what it comes down to.
I like that phrase.
I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yep.
Randy?
All right. I got two reasons they should absolutely be banned, because I'll never use headphones, so this is only helpful for me. So that's a big plus. But then two, my wife loves to listen to headphones while she plays tournaments, even if I'm caddying for her, and I will try to talk to her and she can't hear me. And it gets really annoying. So, yep, fully against them.
Some people in the comments are arguing that it gives some sort of competitive advantage, and that if you can't focus without the music, that it's equivalent to like some unfair. And I'll just say I don't agree with that take, but no. I respect it. I just disagree.
I think what Corey and Alex were trying to convey is it's a case-by-case basis. So if it's a case-by-case basis, it really shouldn't be a blanket ban.
And it's also assuming you're not playing it loud enough so that everyone else can hear it, like pulling your eardrums out, but that'd be rare.
Yeah, if that's the case, wouldn't that just be applied to the you're not allowed to use a speaker now, right?
Basically, yeah.
Anybody got any birthdays coming up?
We do have some.
We've had so many in the last couple months. Forrester and Derek were just recent the last couple days.
Mm-hmm. I just have Carter Thorne Cornelis on the 10th.
We got Joe Jaskulka. His birthday was on the 6th. I don't know if we said it last week. But...
All right. Well, thank you, Randy, Corey, Alex, Evan, Jaimen, Tim, and Jason Lasasso. Thanks, everybody. And sweet up, Hudson.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Pat, how's the knee?
It doesn't really bother me like when I'm walking. It's literally the lateral motion that aggravates it. So like I don't limp or anything. I honestly shouldn't have played First Traxx. I just really like the idea of First Traxx. The course sucks. I mean, for me, I'm horrible at it, but I hadn't played in so long. I just wanted to get out, and in hindsight, yeah, it wasn't smart.
Yeah, I saw you for like 3 seconds at Kisco. I went to I put my bag on to go say hi, and the next thing I know, your car's gone. I'm like, where'd he go?
During lunch?
I ran out to grab a coffee, and I opened up my door, saw you had like a blue hoodie on.
Mm-hmm.
I saw your Prius probably like 4 or 5 spots down from me. You popped up. I put my bag on, closed the door, locked the car, and then I turned around and your car was gone. I was like, what
I came
the hell?
back from that. I just went to piss.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell happened to him?
It was cold. I didn't want to get out and find a tree, from the parking lot. So I went and I can't pinpoint it in the second round. It just, as soon as we started up, I started on hole 7, and my first throw, I was like, oh, there it is. I got through 5 holes, and it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm just slowing everybody down. I got nothing on any of these throws. The worst part of having bad knees, I mean, obviously throwing a disc, which is not wise when you have bad knees, but walking down the hills, like going down like 14 18 or any of those downhills at Kisco, it's just aggravating. But I don't care about my score at the end of the day. I didn't want to slow everybody down. Next time I'll learn. I probably won't. That's the problem. I'm really dumb, I'm dumb. And I mean, I say, like, sometimes I say I'm lazy, I'm dumb. I mean, what I mean is, like, and I think most people are like this. Everybody has dumb moments and blind spots. And like every tournament I have, like, absent-minded. I mean, look, just like this, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure most people have had this experience. Like, I'm going to go run to the store. I get out to the car and I'm, I didn't bring my keys. And then I got to come back in the house. My dogs, I've given them complexes because I'm so, like, I always forget something. I always have to come back in the house. It could be my wallet, it could be my keys. And disc golf is the ultimate. Like, you can forget one thing, especially on a snowy day, and be totally screwed for the rest of the day. I didn't bring an extra pair of socks. I didn't ribbon my discs. I didn't, there's just so many more things. And I'm always going to forget at least one of them. And the hope is it's just not something that's going to totally ruin the day. But yeah, so Corey's been at 2 of my Kisco bailouts. That was Kisco Klassic, right, Corey?
Yeah, that was 2020, I think.
Yeah, when I threw up. Mind you, I did win it in 2018. I'm just saying.